Type this shit up. What's going on, world? How y'all doing? Everybody, I wonder if everybody's still mad. Like everybody's so angry in this world. Florida State fans mad when they win, mad when they lose. Miami fans mad that nobody, like now that they're finally good, there's no, well, let me rephrase that. They're better than everybody else at this point. But nobody wants to troll with them because everybody else sucks. Like we're just like, man, you know, and they can't even enjoy winning. They have to say, we're winning. You guys, you know, you're bad. You're like, okay. Yeah, we know we bad. We got eyes too, dog. We saw that shit. Like, you're not happy you winning? Like they can't just win. They gotta win and then like they gotta rub it in everybody else's faces. And then the crazy part is when you lose, we're so bad that we're not gonna be able to say anything to you. Right. We're just gonna be like, damn, this stinks. Because that's gonna make Florida State fans mad all over again. Is that now that you suck, we don't get to rub it in your face. It's terrible, man. It's bad time. It was the last year was the best of time. Now we're back in the worst of times. Jag fans stink. Dolphins fans stink. Bucks don't know what the fuck they want to be. Man, just the state of Florida is in disarray. Are we good in is the state of Florida good in baseball? I don't think so. Are the Miami Marlins good? I doubt it. The Devil Rays were good a couple years ago. Are they good?
No, the Marlins went 62-100.
That's not good. That's not optimal. Damn. Like I couldn't play, but I couldn't imagine losing 100 games in a year. That sounds awful.
There's been worse. The Mets, I believe, have the worst record of all time.
Oh, of all time. Oh, I thought you meant this year because the White Sox, they had the worst record this year.
What about hockey? Hockey, we got to be good, right? The Lightning are pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah, we won.
Florida won.
The Florida Panthers won. That's be so. I think that's so ungodly. That the hottest state in the union wins. Like we should not be winning a cold sport.
But most of those dudes too are Russian too on the team.
You ever notice? You ever notice we never talk about immigration for the countries that give us good shit? It's always like, you know, Haitians give us good stuff. They never talk about. They never talk about like we want Dominicans because we need them in baseball. And Puerto Ricans technically are immigrants, but most people don't know that. We don't recognize that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States.
Yeah.
It's the Mexicans because most Mexicans are short. If we're doing stereotypes.
I mean,
actually, you know what? Fuck that. Because this is a Mexican that was in my DMs telling me about black culture and why is black culture so violent. I'm like, bitch. Y'all have the entire fuck. You can't wear you got entire gangs.
What is the cartel?
Right. Sinaloa. You're in Texas probably because you have a family member in the cartel. That's what I told him. And then he told me that was racist. I said, your whole premise of the argument was racist. And now you're mad that I'm shooting back at you? Isn't that what you guys do? Isn't that what your people do?
Oh, my God.
Oh. My bad. No, I got right now I got so much ADHD. I'm sorry. Do I have okay. Get that done right now because I did tell her I did tell her it was Sunday, and it's clearly not Sunday anymore. Londa B has she is 100% right.
What she win?
She she won last week's college football pick'em, I believe. Not this past one, last week's. Londa look cool as shit. She got the reverse cap, gun showing. Hold on, let me see. Money sign Londa KB.
Someone else.
Could be. I hope not. I hope she's not one of those. It looks like it should be. It looks like it could. Like you can see that. I can't really see the thing right here, like her profile thing, but it's like there. It's something like it's a black. Clearly, she's a black woman. Ooh, she got her full government name on that cash. Ooh, boy, y'all be having some name. I see why you say Londa though, but I like it though. I thought it would have been like Yolanda or something like that.
Yeah.
Which they give you different, like it's Yolanda is spelled Yolanda, but everybody says Yolanda sometimes. But like her name is Alonda. I ain't never heard of a Alonda before.
Me neither.
You learn something new every day, man. That's exotic. All right, boom, sent right there. If it's this, it's doing the little circle thing right now. Now it's on you. It ain't on me no more. It's on you now. It says you got to complete the payment. You got to complete the payment. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start getting this extra bread. I'm gonna start being. I'm gonna use another stereotype. I'm gonna start being Jewish.
That's not what we want.
Why don't we want like the money part?
One.
That's what I want to be. I want to be scary. Like if you can take the bad, like the black comedian said to the one lady, like if we're gonna take the good stereotypes, we got to take the bad ones too.
Do we?
Like the lady walked across the street, like when he was walking, she got scared of him. Was busy. She walked across the street. He said, "Ma'am, if you believe that stereotype, then you got to believe I'm bigger and faster than you too. I could just I could just jump across the street."
I mean,
but like I'm gonna tell the only way you can get paid is through Cash App. So if you don't have Cash App, let me know. I'm gonna send you the link. I get $5. We can all get paid on this. I get $5.
Oh,
for the referral, for the invite.
What?
I just realized that. I didn't know that they were still doing these things like that. I just assumed every American has Cash App at this point.
You'd be surprised.
What the hell are we doing? Saw some Wayne Johnson. I love FSU, but I can't talk about them all day. I have stuff to do. Facts. Cats be in them spaces, like, but I can see how you can be in spaces. You can lose yourself in spaces. But like some of the stuff, I'm like, hey man, we can't be crying. I can't cry about the same thing I can't change every day.
Why don't y'all just like, you could ignore the spaces and just say you're friends. If you're spending that much time together online,
they're
you might
friends.
as well
No,
just
I'm
be
saying
friends.
that they are that people have replaced the old friendship thing. Like it used to be a time. I'm old and I feel old now. There was a time when you actually had to go outside to meet people. And if you didn't have the internet, you weren't going to have no, and if you didn't go outside to meet people, you just weren't going to have friends. And men used to do things the great way. Like, even if you went to work, you can go to work, you sit in a room with somebody all day, say 3 words, and then that person's no longer there. You're like, damn, I miss my friend. But you don't know anything about it. What's his name? I don't know. What's his birthday? I don't know. Someday. How old is he? I'm 45, 50. I don't know. Motherfucking 30 years old. You thought it was 45, 50. Like, but I was part of a time when you actually had to go out and introduce yourself to a girl. You had to take the rejection in the face.
Those were rough times.
Now it's just too easy. Now you can just shoot your shot at 50 different women in the DMs, apparently, and eventually, like fishing, one of them is going to get bait. And the women weren't. We were not supposed to. Men were not supposed to be exposed to this many bad bitches. And you used to have, like I always say, you used to have a platform in order to have an opinion. You used to have something to be able to get all the bad women. And women were not supposed to be exposed to this many dudes with money. So now they think every dude got money. And what they don't realize is is that it's easier to pay than it is. We don't want. Some of us don't want to be with you. We don't want the hassle. You're a headache. So we're not paying you to stay because we like you. We're paying you to leave. And then you don't want to leave because you weren't getting paid because you're not qualified for this status. Till Dog was right. I am just not saying I'm not doing any of this, but I'm just letting. We did the women delusion calculator. We did the men delusion calculator as well. But like I know that I am 0.025% of the population. When you know these things, man, even if I don't, if it's like a bus, once you know where your worth is, you treat women like buses. One comes every hour on the hour promptly. Actually, y'all probably don't even know what the fuck a bus is. You never had to catch. You guys don't know the fucking struggle, man.
Yeah, the bus system is terrible here.
Well, yeah, here it is. But I'm just saying, like, some of y'all ain't never had to catch. Did I tell you about the trains in Texas? It is amazing. If we didn't get a chance to, if our Texas Republicans have every reason to beat their chest. Texas is just a better place than everywhere else. Gas is $2.30. You know what I would buy if gas was $2.30 in Florida? The biggest, baddest, crazy gas guzzling truck that I can afford. Because I can afford gas now. $2.30. You know what? How much? Like I got a 36-gallon truck right now. You know, I have to choose sometimes if I'm eating or if I'm driving. Man, but they had this so where I stayed at in Houston, but in multiple places they have like a train that just runs up and down the main streets. And I come in, I check in the hotel, and I don't know if she was Mexican. I assume she was Mexican because it's Texas. But a Hispanic woman that checked me into my hotel. I'm like, hey, how far is the stadium? Oh, it's just a couple miles. I said, cool. I hop an Uber. No. She looked at me disgusted. Don't kill her, which is one of the things. It's very odd how clean Texas is and how environmentally conscious it is for it to be an oil state because the train was electric.
Oh, wow.
You would think the train would use gas, but the train was electric. I wouldn't expect that. But I go in and she's like, no, it's $1.25. It's 3X. Just take the train. I was like, it'll take you right. And it literally drops you right in front of the damn stadium.
That's dope.
And it wasn't $1.25. She was wrong. It is actually free on game days.
That's crazy.
So it took us there, and there's a bunch of Texans, and you don't even need to know where you're going. Get off where all the Texans get off. Everybody has their jerseys, and that's fun. And the food, like I saw, the food prices were relatively cheap for a stadium. The stadium is nice. It's really clean. It's there. It's the hood because every stadium's in the hood because I had to go. The only reason I know it's the hood because I had to go back after the game and we did and that's where Chris was staying. Chris Porter, who I do the news with. He was staying at the Holiday Inn. It was right there. But when you drive back after the game, you're like, I don't want to make some wrong turns over here. It looks a little, but it's like a nicer hood. It's like a hood that you could be proud of. It's like if the hood took care of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the person in the hood whose home is always clean. They ain't got roaches. They look like they made their house like their fortress or something like that. Then you got people who don't give a fuck. But anyways, it was great. I enjoyed Texas. Texas was dope. Star Metro is pointless. You guys are right. It sucks now. But I remember there was a time when I could hop the 22. Yeah, the 22 came to Rockbrook. I hopped the 22. 22 turned to the 21. That take me to the Tallahassee Mall so I can go to AMC movie theater. That was the new movie theater then. That's where all the girls was at. And we would go at I don't know what the fuck my mom was doing or thinking sometimes, but we would hop the 22. We'd catch the 11 a.m., hop the 22 to the 21. We'll get to the mall by about 12:30. We would be at the mall from 12:30 all the way until my boy Darian's dad got off of work from their family restaurant. They had Shingles Chicken Shack. If you're from Chicken House, I call it Chicken Shack. But if you're from Tallahassee and you really from Tallahassee, you know Shingles Chicken House. And that's my peoples. I would go there, like I in college, I'm hungry, broke college student. I go get me a 4-piece white, double fries, and a root beer. And then while I was waiting on it, I walk in, my goddad Daryl knew exactly what I wanted. I go over there, they got Miss Pac-Man. The grease was so greasy, it covered everything in grease. So even Miss Pac-Man had a nice greasy film on the screen and on the cover. You have to like wipe it and then like do all your different things like that. So, and then they had the jukebox. And it'll always be, you can see the biggest drug dealers, the chief of police, and all the politicians in this place that looked like a strong wind would take it down. It was right by FAMU's campus, man. I miss those days. The fries, he had the crinkle fries. So the crinkle fries, if nobody who knows, the crinkle fries hold the salt better. And when they put heavy salt on that stuff, they in the root beers were in a chest, like in a cooler, with fresh ice. So like it was extra cold. Anyways, man, that was just that. Now I want some fried chicken, some good fried chicken. This man could have sold, the daddy could have sold the recipe to Colonel Sanders. Like not KFC. I'm dead as fuck serious. Like they were supposed to sell the recipe to KFC. And he didn't sell it. And I mean, I ask my goddaddy every day. I'm trying to get him to just cook for the tailgates. I was like, I don't need all that other shit. What I need is 100 pieces of chicken, of Shingles fried chicken. Because it was man, I shit you not, Miles. It was the crust. It was the skin. I don't know. Their fried chicken skin was different than everybody else's. I've never seen it. Like it was like, all right, so like you got Publix, right? And it's like a flaky crust.
Yeah.
KFC, a lot of people have the flaky crust. Their shit wasn't flaky. It was like it sealed the heat in the chicken. It was just one congruent hard crust over it. And when you break it, like it almost like a chip. Like you know how you break a potato chip? You break the skin, it make a clip. And then you see this good steaming goodness coming from up out of it, bro. Don't know what the fuck he did, man, but he was dope with that. But yeah, anyways, Texas was dope. John Amos did die. We'll get into that in a second. Actually, no, you got it up there already. So we can go ahead and do the shout out. It's people dying that's never died before. The founder of one of the greatest fast food restaurants in cinematic history has gone up to, well, I don't know if he's gone up or down, but he's gone somewhere. His spirit is no longer walking with us. And everybody knows him better for Mr. McDowell and his two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a regular ass bun, not a sesame seed bun because they don't want to get sued for copyright. All kinds of that. He's also was the most stern father in TV history. He was also a pimp, and I think because we have such a semblance to want to fit in, we lose our recipes. Like blaxploitation films are amazing. Like some of the best actors that we've seen have got their start. I told y'all one of the greatest movies of all time. Just celebrated its anniversary. I think it's like the 53rd anniversary of the Mac. But this is again along the same lines of the Mac. Here's some great black actors. That the only thing they act in, basically blaxploitation films is basically black people playing blackface. Because they're over emphasizing the blackness of the culture. And like this is just so black right here. Just play this. Are you gonna hit the sound? Yeah.
See no violence. You ain't gonna have to. I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing ever. Meantime, while you're a guest in my town, if you and your boys looking for some action, we betting on Farnsworth. If y'all like 40th Street Black, I'll cover everything you got, sucker.
Now, man, we need to get back to a time. Like if somebody called me a jive turkey, I don't even know how I'll respond. It sounds so demeaning. Man told that dude, hey man, your mama's still working in them $10 houses. Yeah. That just lets you know. I know he's talking about a whorehouse. If you can use deductive reasoning. Yeah. But actually, now that I think about it, this movie was made in what, the 70s or the 60s. Like, if the price was $10, then it was $40 for a while. Has the price, like, has inflation really made it that much more expensive? Or is it really just probably about time for the price of the vagina to go up? I don't know, but whatever. He called him a sucker with such malice and spite. Great actor. Y'all pray for Lisa McDowell and Prince Joffrey. Both of them have lost their parents in the span of 30 days. We lost James Earl Jones. We lost all those people. I've been working. So if you want to go check out the channel, we figured out a loophole to get around getting demonetized and shut down. You have to just record your own content. I recorded every play for Florida State from the first snap all the way to about midway in the third quarter. And we break it down, and just unlike anybody else, I'm literally telling you what should happen. It's the closest to the all 22 that you're going to get. It's from the press box view. We discuss it. It's disgusting. I'm going to tell you that. But it's not disgusting in the manner in which you believe it should be disgusting. It's disgusting because now I understand why Mike looks like that. Y'all keep picking on Mike and like, why did he just looks like he's not passionate? He's lost his luster. He's just staring because the motherfucker don't know what to do. And when you watch the film with me, you'll realize why he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Because the shit should work. I am, and the cool thing is at first, Miles, I muted myself because I have to go through every clip. So I don't want you hearing, but it's funnier listening to my commentary as we go through it. And Chris Porter is the one who made me realize that shit is funny. Because he's like, yo, James, you just be saying some wild shit while you're watching the game and you're analyzing it in real time. And I'll be like, yo, so it's like, I don't know when this picture was taken, but like everybody hates the DJU quarterback power. I, for one, hate quarterback power. If I don't see another quarterback power on the goal line, I would be a happy man. Like if I got a genie and they let me rub on the bottle or whatever, and they say you get 3 wishes. One of those wishes would be for us to go back to when men were men and get rid of the fucking goal line, get rid of the shotgun on the goal line. Get up under center and either do a QB sneak like a fucking man or hand that bitch off to the goddamn fullback on with 1 yard. Why, Mike? That's my question. We're going to get into some of the questions. Matter of fact, here's what I want you to do. A FSU media member asked this question, and we're going to show it again. What questions would you got? I'll ask the question. You know I will. You fucking know I will. Chip green and pork chop sandwiches are good. The only reason that shingles went away is because my goddad was the one. After the dad passed, he was the one doing all the damn work and still had to split it with people. Hold up now, like who your peoples is? Because your peoples probably know me then. If that's really his cousins in them, then they got to know the little big head boy with the high top fade that was running around them. And my high top fade was cleaner than kids from Kid and Play. But just never mind. Fucking. Anyways, go watch that. You can learn more about football. We're breaking it down and doing all that stuff right there, man. Oh, we were talking about the porch. My goddad. Oh shit. Okay. I just like the quarterback power play, right? If Lawrence told Philly would have just pinched the bitch, it walks in, and it's not. And what's frustrating, right? Is, and I want to make sure I get it. I say it right because I don't want people to think I'm picking on some people. They it was uncharacteristic of what I would believe Lawrence Toafili would do. Just like when I picked on Megamind with the block against Memphis, with the non-block. It's uncharacteristic of what I expect that person to do. Now, that second one, that was all Mike. Well, Durante, his career is over after this year. Durante, but can't we all just be happy that DJ has a slight injury and it's enough to bench him, but not ruin his career? His career is over, brother. Like after this.
Damn.
Yeah, his career is over after this.
From the outside, what bothers me, he looks like he should be at least hard to take down or somewhat of a runner, but then you see him run, it's like, oh,
he was
no.
better the last 2 years. I believe he has to have some kind of knee injury. But the better question is, right now, everybody's getting what I wanted to work for Brock. But now you get what you asked for. And I'm telling you guys, I've seen some of that Free the Youngin movement. I've seen these youngins play. The motherfuckers don't know what they do. If you watch the tape, I'm saying Free the Youngins, huh? Well, this youngin right here is playing. This youngin got mossed. This youngin didn't know it. You're like, well, I will take a loss if the guys are going out there and giving it the old college try bullshit. A bullshit. Sag, no, we should have. He's DJ Lundy has never been stopped on the belly. Andre Morris, our fans don't make sense. Big game, ain't it hilarious? People cry we broke, but then say we need to buy Mike's contract out. Logic is lost on a lot of people, man. I'm with you, dog. And one thing we know Samoans can do is play offensive line and fucking wrestle. I mean, The Rock, The Rock is so famous in wrestling that you think he was a good football player. Exactly. And what we're going to see is Brock might be produce. Not produce. He might be produce. That motherfucker might be sliced lettuce out that bitch. And don't nobody just want sliced lettuce with no dressing and nothing else around it. Nah, Londa, as I tell kids all the time when they look slow, I say, bitch, you look like me now. Not in my prime. I'm talking about me with the sciatic that just acts up. And I'm afraid to run because I'm afraid my sciatic is just going to say, gotcha, bitch. And I'm just going to stop, drop, and roll. Which is another thing that Lawrence Toafili did. And it really bothered me. That motherfucker got hip checked, bro. And I swear to God, he stopped, drop, and roll. And that's why so with the interception that he threw when Kyle Murlock was playing volleyball instead of football, he just set that bitch up in the air.
Oh yeah.
The guy was covering Lawrence Toafili on the wheel route, and then he looks. He's like, he just stop, drop, and roll. And he said, "Well, I don't got to guard him." And then he looks to the left, and the ball, and God places the ball right into his hands. Like he places it right there. It's wild, man. It is wild. Whatever, go watch the video if y'all want to. If you got time, it's at least entertaining because I'm talking and I'm making jokes. One thing that I do believe that Florida State needs to implement, we just talked about it with DJ Lundy. I think this is the reason why Miami is winning. Everybody puts it on Cam Ward. And that's bullshit. Shout out to Kappa Kane, who had put the real reason that Miami was winning. He showed it. Miami gets on the goal line. They get into I formation, and they have a goddamn fullback there. If you want to win, put the fullback in. We were a better country when everybody had a fullback on roster. Fullbacks add toughness. I want people to remember this. And this is one thing. Again, my dad. I always joke and say my daddy ain't shit, and he ain't. But it's not bad. He just not. Let me rephrase it. He was an ain't shit daddy. He's a decent granddad. He's a better granddad than I ever had. Miles' dad is probably the best granddad that the boys have. Not probably. Miles' dad is the best granddad that the boys ever had. They've at least seen the man in real life and hung out, and he buys them shit. My dad sends random $20 gifts. But honestly, Trey thinks it's the greatest thing in the world because it's actual Trey, again, while he's half Hispanic, he might be Jewish. Trey wants to feel his money. Trey wants to see his money. And he doesn't want to spend his money. He wants to spend your money. But he wants his bank account to grow. But my mother told me something a long time ago when the simping started turning and the pimping went down. She said, James, no matter what the generation is, a masculine man will never go out of style. They may go to the ones that are the lover boys in the R&B, but eventually one day somebody's going to need their ass whooped. And they're going to always go to the man whose hands are up to date. Remember that. A masculine man will never go out of style. We're going to go back to that here in a little bit. But masculine men play fullback. Ain't no sassy sassafrances. You can't play that position tasting your words and being a punk. You got to, because your whole purpose in life is to smack a motherfucker in the mouth. Even when you're running the ball, your job is to smack a motherfucker in the mouth. Because they know my play that I scored against Miami, I'll tell you how it was drawn up. One day I'm going to draw it up on the board. Everybody is blocked except for the Mike linebacker. I knew I was going to run dead into Leon Williams. And Leon Williams was a smacker. But I said, at this moment in life, we having a dick measuring contest. And my dick is bigger than yours. And I'm about to whip it out and I'm going to slap you in the face with it. And that's what I did. Pause. That's also funny. Jamie Foxx's allegations went away about his sexual assault things. And one of them was that the lady was across the room and he just whipped the dick out and smacked her with it. I'm like, what the fuck does Jamie Foxx have? How the fuck do you smack somebody across the room? Like, it's like a last, it's like, he's got a whip. Oh, man. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, man, CG3. But anyways, now, going to the next thing. We're having a tailgate. Regardless of what's going on, it ain't going to stop the fun.
That guy at the front, he looks like how Florida State
yeah,
down.
That's my teammate too, Rob Hallback. He just dejected. Hey man, the show ain't gonna stop though. The show is not going to stop. We have that. The tailgate link is up. It's my pinned tweet.
Drown your sorrow in food and liquor.
That's it, man. Hey, if we ain't gonna win the game, we're gonna win the tailgate. But that's why we play the game. I'll be on the Spaces on Thursday. And the guy, brother, I'm not going to take anything for granted. Last year, we walked in with a backup. Miami walked in with a backup quarterback at home and beat us. And I'm like, man, I'm not as delusional as Miami fans were last year.
Yeah.
I'm not about, because the Miami fans was like, fuck Miami. You know what? Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Hell yeah. My bad. That's my fault. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Fuck that. That's on me. Because Brock finna get that shit. Rock out with your Brock out. That's what we finna do.
That's so ridiculous. The more I picture who he is.
But the problem is that Miami was like, fuck it, TVD sucks anyway. And they put in the dude that they don't even talk about anymore. He broke his little wing against Florida State. But they came out, we're going to win. We're going to beat y'all with this guy. And I'm like, shit. All right, cool.
You got to choose what you're thankful for.
Brocktober. That's it. Brocktober. Brocktober. That's what we do. That's what we make the signs, make the T-shirts. I didn't go do the band shit. Is this really my fault? Because I didn't get a chance to go teach the band the war chant.
We were doing that pretty good the last 2 years. It's too late now. I don't want to
We beat Clemson. I'll make sure I go over there. Shit, that's true. Big game Brock. Now he's played in 2 big games, man.
Damn. I just realized whatever college you go to and support, you got to be like used to having a wardrobe of that color.
Yeah, you can't rock the same stuff, man. Yeah, it's just.
But imagine Miami if you have to have those colors all the time.
I'm lucky. I have FAMU. It's just.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But anyways, man, we're having a tailgate. Go check it out. Support the tailgate. Support the guys. Oh, we got to do the giveaway. If you want tickets to the Clemson game, we're giving away a pair of tickets. Put your hand in the chat. We'll go ahead and start tagging you guys in.
Oh.
If you want tickets to the tailgate. If you want tickets to the game, put hand raises in the damn in the comments right now. We will give away a pair of tickets to the Clemson game. If we can retweet that out too, then we'll give away tickets to the Clemson game. That'd be great. All right. Man, Brocktoberfest. Now we gotta get some good one. I'm gonna start using these things. I'm going full-blooded Miami style.
Rock out with your Brock.
Rock out with your Brock out.
T-shirt.
Rock out with your Brock out, man.
If he wins that first game, I'm making t-shirts.
So the more you know, while you guys are going in there, we'll keep making this announcement every now and then about the tickets. So apparently we have these cell phones, guys, and cell phones give you cancer, and it doesn't really matter to me because I'm going to use a cell phone. We all have. My grandmother told me we all got to die of something. You might as well know what you're dying of. Very morbid. But you get she's old, so shit.
Just spoiling the party for everybody on the way out. Like.
Shit, your grandmother said the only reason that she voted for 4-5 or wanted to vote for 4-5 is that so she could see the world because she wanted to see how entertaining it would be because she knows she ain't gonna be around that long.
Yeah, she's
funny to her. I told her, bitch, you're gonna outlive all of us. Right. She's cured. Her body is jerky. All she eats is salt and sugar. Everything on the inside is like she's a mummy on the inside.
Honestly, though.
But everybody talks about the food we eat, but these old people, because they say, oh, well, they live because they used to eat. Bitch, that motherfucker been eating the same food I've been eating for the last 40 years. It ain't nothing happens. It ain't like the food lasting you from the 20s. But anyway, I don't know which she was born.
Science works, but I'll take it.
But but listen to what this lady says about phones.
Its settings tells you how far it has to be off of your body to prevent cancer. It tells you if you go to your settings to general, you scroll all the way down to legal and regulatory. Who knew this was in the BIOS? Do you see it?
I'm in it.
Legal and regulatory, click it. The very bottom one says RF exposure. That stands for radio frequency exposure. And then it tells you, mine is on the second paragraph. This must be 5 millimeter separation off of your body. It's about a pencil eraser. So they're covered when you get brain cancer because you put your phone to your head.
I always speak on speakerphone.
You bet you do. Distance is your friend with radio frequency, with electromagnetic fields. But they just came out with a study. Just literally, the further this is away from you, the better. We're seeing a higher rate of testicular cancer on young men because they put their phone. Get your phone out of your pocket. Get it away from your testicles.
That's crazy.
Yes. So back when these were smaller and women put them in their breast, we saw breast cancers the shape of that lithium battery in there. This is radioactive. So you get it off your person. You speak on speakerphone with it, right? You don't put it up your head. You for sure don't have it on your head driving down a road in a metal tube where it's having to work super hard to find a cell signal.
Wow.
So it's putting out more electromagnetic fields. This is a big deal. This was designed. You think Chick-fil-A is designed for addiction? This was highly intentional. This phone in its
when y'all see me talking on speakerphone, don't say I'm crazy. I'm just trying not to have brain cancer, and I don't want to have gross ball death.
Oh, man,
if I lose my testicles, I'm selling them for $50,000. I don't want to lose my testicles because of this. But as with anything, just because they say it on the internet doesn't make it true. So what I decided to do was check it out. So I'm on my phone. I'm in settings. I go to general. I scroll down. There's legal and regulatory. Click on legal and regulatory. There's RF exposure. I click on RF exposure. And the second paragraph does tell you keep that shit 5 millimeters away from your dick. Verbatim.
They're evil. I'm telling you, these rich people are evil. They knew this, but they're gonna put it in the second paragraph of the most random settings page that you'll never see.
I mean, Lon's got a point. Microwaves, we've been doing microwaves and shit for nothing. I know these. I'm gonna be honest with you. Having been around a lot of Spanish people, Spanish people,
you know why?
Spanish people are fucking loud.
Yeah,
and what they have to do, everything has to be loud.
Right.
The way they dress, like I could tell when my son went over at his grandparents' house. He came back with random ass colors. Nothing fucking matched. He was wearing a bright red ass shirt with some green, looked like fucking Christmas. Looked like a flag. One of the flags. But just everywhere you go, it could be quiet. But when all the Spanish people come in, especially the women, it gets fucking loud for no reason. But that's why they speak. They need you to understand. They talk fast. Auntie Donna, when I speak like this, Auntie Donna acts like she don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But when I talk like this, Auntie Donna, can I get this? When I speak like that, she knows everything I'm fucking saying. And I have to be loud. Have to be loud. And there has to be bachata. You have to bachata, and you have to have merengues and shit like that. I mean, little maracas and shit. You got to have something going. It's just Dave Chappelle, people dancing skit was one of the realest skits ever. Like, black people need drums. Like, anyways, but that was cool. Some shit right there. Just wanted to make. Exactly. It's 3 words, but it's 1 word. You can't say. Can I have some arroz con pollo? No, you don't say that. Let me get arroz con pollo. You have to just blend it all together. I'm gonna show my just this one play because I think this one play was amazing. Well, actually, all 3 of the plays were amazing. I want to brag on my kid. We can go whichever order you want. All I'm gonna say is, like Pete the Cat, one of the greatest little kid children's books ever invented. Watch the Red Shoes. That's all you got to do. You don't see them on the screen. Watch the Red Shoes. They're going to pop up here in a second, and you're going to see what Florida State needs. Blocking is a mentality. It's an attitude. You just want to go fuck somebody up. You go seek violence. All that tough guy, I'm going to yell at you. No. On the road to riches and diamond rings, real gangsters do real things. And watch this kid who's from the suburbs channel his inner gangster. You can see the 3-6 one. Two people, but then the running back was trust and believe that light-skinned motherfucker ran laps yesterday. When I watched my son do this, I said, "You wasted a good ass block."
Yeah, he took 2 kids, 1 arm each.
That's what I'm talking about.
He was pissed when he see that.
That's what he said. He's like, "Dad, I was mad. Look at that. He didn't just run into the back of a guy. He said, nah, man. My dad said we the only time no hitters are good as in baseball. I got to hit somebody. Best believe I'm smacking somebody." Go to the next one. This is the defensive play. Now watch the Red Shoes. He's at defensive end. You see that position? He's not in the 3-point stance. He's in a crouch stance. He's about to explode off the fucking line. Now watch what he does. This is the kind of pursuit that we're not getting from Pat Payton. We're not getting this from Marvin Jones Jr. You know why? Because Marvin Jones Sr. was a fucking legend. He's the greatest linebacker to ever play. I am not the greatest fullback to ever play the game. So Trey's like, there's a chance for me to be better than my dad. Marvin Jones Jr. knows there's no chance for him to be better than his father. That motherfucker would have to invent a football move that is unblockable to be better than his father, who's a college football Hall of Famer, who should be a pro football Hall of Famer. But watch this shit. Throw the motherfucker in the back. Bring around. That's a relentless pursuit. All he needs to do is improve. He's one of the youngest motherfuckers out there. When he hits puberty, shit will happen. And then, okay, that's just that. Let's see what he does. When you hold on, Mike Norvell, Florida State. I know y'all be watching this shit. I'll help you scheme this up. It's real easy, very difficult to prevent, especially now. What should have happened is we should have done milk check. I gotta talk to Amir. We'll get that fixed. Milk check means look at the corner. That corner don't look like he's ready to be involved in life. Don't tell me not to pick on kids, man. Fuck them kids. They put their kids on the field. I don't give a damn. My job is not to boost their self-esteem. It's to demoralize them, to realize that they shouldn't be on the field. If we had more people doing that, America would be great again. But watch the fullback. This is what you're supposed to do on the goal line, dog. The flat route, boom, right there, real easy. Get in the fucking end zone. That's all we did, dog. That's all we had to do. Could have been 14. Could have been 14 and 14.
Go ahead. That's all. To me.
He's got to turn around. He's got to track the ball, locate it, follow it with his hands.
Yep.
Didn't catch it with the body. The ball wasn't really there to where he could go here. He had to turn, watch. Oh, he didn't know. Look, right there. That's what I'm talking about. The game is simple, dog. Game real fucking simple. If I can teach fucking 12-year-olds how to do shit, you know why the 12-year-olds operate the way they operate? They're fucking scared to death. Scared to death. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you if you drop the fucking ball. I'm gonna tell you, if you don't block the kid, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna pop. Like, we have this thing called a pop pass. The quarterback wouldn't throw the pop pass. So you know what I did to show him what a pop pass was? I popped him in the face. I said, "What's that? What did I just do to you? You popped me. That's why it's called a pop pass. Pop him in the face." Just joking. No children were harmed in the making of this 12U football team. The reason why Florida State and why, here's what I'm telling you and I'm encouraging everybody to do. You need to be mad in your conference. Right now, if you're in the ACC, you need to demand more. If you're in the ACC, you need to do this. Also, Primo, I never dropped a pass in the game. I caught every pass. I was a weapon. I had screenplays designed for me. I had all kinds of shit. Now, the one screenplay against Clemson, which I got to go find old. That's what I should be doing. When we play teams, find old clips. I got a screen pass against Clemson at home, and it definitely didn't look like it looked in practice. That shit was so wide open that I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I thought my skill set was better than what it was. I started just going side to side. I just started running. Like I was like, whew, I'm juking air. And I'm like, hey, I'm dead serious. Like somebody took a picture right before I got tackled. I was holding the ball all the way out here. And I was like somehow leaning sideways. And my coach is like, boy, if you would have fumbled that ball, do you know what you would have done? I said, yes, coach, you would have told me to buckle up my chin strap as tight as I can, put on all my football pads, run 85 steps all the way to the top of Doak and jump. But that's why I didn't fumble it. So I didn't want to jump off of Doak Campbell Stadium. But now SEC and the Big Ten are making power moves. The next time that the contract expires, they want to go and get 8. They want 8 between them, 4 each, automatic bids. There's 12 spots. 12 spots, people. They say we're the big. This is why Florida State wants to leave. It's not got nothing to do with them winning or competing. You know who can't compete in the SEC? Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt gets more money than us. And you know what happens when they get those 4 teams each? That's guaranteed money that's coming to the school that they all split evenly on top of bowl games. It's about capitalism, people. And you know who should be mad and who shouldn't be trolling? Miami fans. You should be ready to get about this fucked up conference because your brand is bigger than that too. You know who should be mad? North Carolina. You know who should be mad? Every fucking body that believes that they have a chance, that regardless of what the situation or what the record was the year before. Everybody who believes that they have a chance to win a national championship or believes that their brand is one of the biggest brands, boom. It could go up to 16 spots, but no, they have not approved anything yet. They have not approved anything more than 12 yet. But even if it was 14 spots, that means, listen, so you got 8 spots between 2 conferences. You have 3 other Power 5 conferences. that get automatic bids. ACC, Big 12, and the Pac-12 is almost, when we'll show the slide in a minute, is almost to where they have enough members to remain an active Power 5 conference. The highest ranked G5 team has to get an automatic entrance. That only leaves 2 more. That is not creating parity. That's not fair. But as I say with life, it's not fair. This is called big dogs barking, taking what they want. It's a power too. That's what if you don't see why the game is shifting, then I always ask people this. My goal isn't to make you think like me. My goal is to make you think. If you apply the same accountability, if you take the way you live your life and you apply that to sports, you're either going to be uber successful or you're going to be uber or you're just going to be a pushover. What I mean by that, if you think it's cool and you should just take what you're given, be accepting of it. Is that how you live your life? I'm gonna tell you who doesn't do that. If that was how everybody lived their life, we wouldn't have this strike going on at the ports. That probably most of y'all don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Them boys want their bread. They want more. You ever ask for a raise? Then that means you didn't accept what the person just gave you. That means you decided to break a contract and you wanted to get more. You felt like you're more valuable to that company. That's all this is. You look at it as entertainment, and it is entertainment for you, but it's a business to everybody else. The minute I started, it took me to become chattel to realize that this was a business, but the minute I started looking at sports as a business, it always made it entertaining for me. Primo, money is, when I heard a rich person tell me they don't really care about money, but money is how we keep score. That was a whole bar to me. I was like, yo, I have never looked at money like keeping score. I got $50 million. You know what makes me you know what make me feel better than $50 million? 55. They look at millions like we look at dollars. Like, you know how good it'll feel to get an extra $20? Somebody just come up to you, walk up and say, hey, man, good job. Here's $20. That's for them, but 20 million. That's how they look at it. Life is different when you change your mindset of the game, dog. But, I ain't mad at any of that stuff. But again, go to the next. But this is why you have to get out of the conferences you're in now. Going to the next thing again, Sacramento. And this is what's fucking up. This is fucking up the game. Sacramento State's Pac-12 committee. Now they raised the bread. Now this makes me wonder. Can you click on the big one so I can see it? Does make me wonder what the fuck we're doing it for. Sacramento State's Pac-12 committee announced it has sourced $35 million in NIL funds from local businesses, community leaders, and a local tribe in the last 24 hours. Pac-12 needs to add an 8th member to be recognized as an FBS conference. So boom, they're going. A lot of these schools we have never fucking heard of, or they've always been mid-majors, but they're doing what they need to do to make sure they get it. Sacramento State saying, Bill, we got 35 million. That's not 35 million annually. That's 35 million that they have to be able to recruit top talent in California. Which, if you want to know the truth, it takes about 20 million, between 15 to 20 million to have an adequate roster. But yeah, that's this landscape of college football. It's changing whether you want to believe it or not. And it's making it more exciting because guess what? Everybody still cares. I got to joke. Some of y'all the fucking Care Bears the way y'all care so strong. It's ruining the game I love, but you talk about it every day. Like, you know what I don't talk about? Like if my love life is broken, I don't talk about the bitch that left me. Unless I'm still heartbroken and I want to get back with the bitch that left me. Which I've never been in those positions. You got to move on sometimes. Especially when you're a bad bitch. But going to the next thing. We have, this is a Dawn Staley fan account. regardless of if Anthony Richardson ever plays makes a notable play in the NFL or not, will always be that this 17-year-old is the truth. I don't know if y'all watched that game, Alabama, Georgia.
I wasn't watching. Barely watching Memphis.
But that motherfucker right there, you actually know what? You didn't even have to watch the game. Just watch the last play. Not quite, but one of the last plays where he just destroyed a veteran cornerback from Georgia. This kid right now should be getting prepared to get high school booty after destroying somebody. This man is out here getting some elite college tail at Alabama right now. It was a home game against Georgia, and you won, and you showed out. Man, he's a little zesty, but he's 17. All of the kids are zesty now. It's kind of like the 80s. The 80s was the androgyny period. Like Charlie Murphy said, the dude that dressed the most like a bitch was getting out, like paints his nails. They're all doing it. Old heads, the quote Jay-Z, stop acting brand new, like Tupac ain't have a nose ring too. Y'all like Tupac. Tupac was a gay thespian. And he was one of the hardest rappers ever. Let that little boy be zesty and taste his words and be sassy, just like Tupac was when he was 17. We've shown you the video of how he talked. I just could never disrespect women. I just don't. I almost said a bitch, and then I thought about what my mother would say.
I mean, that was clearly a lie. So maybe the whole thing.
No, that's who he was, and then he realized he can act like the blaxploitation actors, but in real life, and they will pay him money. It's why I'm starting to believe, even though I love it, it doesn't matter if the FBI planted it. You could tell me that FBI made fried chicken more delicious to black people, and it was a quest to give us diabetes. You know what I'm going to still eat? Fried fucking chicken. Still going to listen to rap music. I like it. But you could I'm believing that it was a plant, because all the gangsters that rap is snitching on yourself. Gangster rap is snitching on yourself. But this kid isn't snitching on himself. He's playing good ball. And this tribute right here that he put, there were people who were offended by that.
Kill everybody.
Yeah, but if you've watched one of the greatest football movies of all time, The Program, you would understand the reference to Alvin Mack. And this is what makes me think this sassy salamander is going to be okay. Because he knows who Alvin Mack is. When they say we're losing recipes, things like this give me hope. Alvin Mack did the video scene in there, like, what do you do on this play? Charlie Brocco over, whatever he said the play is, I kill the running back, kill the quarterback. I hit the tight end so hard that his girlfriend bleeds. Kill everybody. That's what he said. So it's a dope scene. Go watch his films. Brother's doing well. This is what I tell. This is my new motivation to the kid Bryson every day. He dropped a pass in practice. Said Ryan Williams would have caught it. Come on, coach. The ball wasn't shit. Jeremiah Smith would have caught it. Jeremiah Smith, quarterback ass. It's just you gotta find that thing to get up under people's skin. That was the.
Yeah, he has 16 receptions, 462 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Well, that's
already.
some yak right there, boy. That is some 16 catches, 400. Oof. Yeah. I mean, he ain't been before. They're 4-0, so I mean, but I'm just saying, 400 yards in 4 games, that bitch is a walking bucket.
Now I'm thinking comparing him to Colorado.
Oh, they just throw the ball all over the place. But yeah, he's better than all of those other guys, except for Travis understood that guy. Travis understood that guy, but he's also Travis can drink now. This kid can't put it in perspective. Again, like I said, he's supposed to be in high school on November, the first Tuesday in November. You know what Ryan Williams cannot do? Vote. But he can go out there and terrorize the fuck out of red states with football. Man, we got a rich ass coaching staff.
FSU?
Yeah. The reason why I say that we're buying kids pizzas, and most of the time I'm buying 2 types of pizzas. You get pepperoni and cheese. He said I'm gonna get pepperoni and beef, just in case we have some kids that don't eat pork. Man, fuck that. I don't even know, is pepperoni pork?
I mean, yeah.
I don't really know what pepperoni is. I've never really asked.
Mix beef and pork to make pepperoni, but in theory, it should be just pork.
Yeah.
It's delicious. That's what it is.
So pork is.
And I'm like, you gonna eat, if you don't eat pork, you're gonna eat cheese. And if we run out of cheese, what you'll do is you'll remove the pepperonis, and now you have cheese pizza. All this is again. I told you about my theory about why kids keep getting hurt. I'm gonna tell you guys, this is science, pseudoscience, but science. When I grew up, there was a big push, and they're probably advertising to us, but we drank milk. Every meal I drank milk. It's hot outside. I just got done practicing and working out. I come home and I drink a cold glass of fucking milk. My bones, I have never had a broken bone. I broke my hand, but that was physical combat. But outside of that, that's the only, I'd never had any real major injuries. Like, you got kids right now that are walking and breaking bones. You know why? They stopped drinking milk. We started shifting to nut juice. Yes, that's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Milk comes from nipples. Milk comes from titties. Last time I checked, almond ain't got titties. Cashews ain't got titties. Coconuts, while you put two of them up on there to pretend like they're titties, they're not titties. Those are nuts. And nut juice can come out of a nut. And as a grown man, I ain't drinking no nut juice. Sorry. But that's why the bones are brittle. They're going around here drinking nut juice and not getting the calcium that they need for their bones, and they brittle. That's why they keep getting injured. I'm telling you, go look it up. They tell you, and that's why my boys drink milk. Somebody was like, "You're going to give your kids that pus and this, that." Yes, I am. You know why? Because they want to play football, and there's mutants on the football field. And you know what the good mutants drink? Milk. You know what the healthy guava, avocado eating motherfuckers drink? Nut juice. You know those two kids that got placed on their back? They're from a more affluent community. You know what they drink? Nut juice. Their mom's making them omelets with spinach and kale in it. No, we're gonna go out here. We eat Roger Wood sausages, honey buns. We're getting hood snacks. My kid eats like we had hot Cheetos. They have Takis. It's nothing more than hot Cheetos. We eating the hood snacks. The shit that one day will fuck them up, but it ain't fucking them up today. I sacrificed my later years in life so that I could play ball. That's what we're finna do. They say they want to play ball. We're gonna play ball. That's how it goes. But anyways, University of Florida, bunch of nut juice drinkers down there in Hogtown. It sounds exactly like I wanted to sound too.
It's gross.
It's gross, but I'm just, some people just want. Men were not designed to swallow nut juice, is all I'm saying.
Oh my God. I don't like these phrases. It's just, and then it's the juice part after it. Because if you end it before juice, it's gross. You add juice, it's like gross and you like it. You like it nasty. Gross. Nut juice. So it doesn't even taste good. I've had almond milk.
You gotta add shit to it. Like they gotta put like dates or honey or like man. You if you're gonna swing that way, you accept and you swallow the nut juice the normal way. You don't deserve good nut juice if that's what you got here doing.
That's the advertising. What they have, death water. Why can't they just make nut juice? I guess.
That's why I'm not a billionaire, because I would just do random funny shit.
Yeah, nut juice will sell for a juice.
While. We have all kinds of different nut juices you can get. We have macadamia nut juice. We have dark nut juice. Like sometimes
dark nut juice.
Sometimes the nut juices from, this is what people say, sometimes the nut juices from different areas taste different than other nut juices.
Where do you even get that?
Sometimes it's the texture, the consistency.
Oh my gosh! Wait, stop! Wait a minute.
Diet, like if where the nut juice is grown, maybe it doesn't have like the good qualities.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's why I stay out of Whole Foods.
Oh. but, but again, nut juice drinker, Billy Napier, stating that Jacob Rudner says Florida ranks among the bottom 25% of FBS teams in a host of critical defensive areas. Billy Napier said Monday that the Gators have a very specific plan in terms of how we think we can come up with solutions.
I mean, what else is he gonna say? What is this?
He's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
He's in a spiral. There's nothing he can do. He's falling down. There's no ledges he can grab onto. I feel bad when coaches are in these predicaments and then the journalist's job is to ask them the question that everybody knows is unanswerable, really.
Which by the way, put your questions in the chat that you want to ask Mike Norvell.
Oh no.
Of Florida State, because we'll get to that later. Also, if you want Clemson tickets, please put that right there. But Florida's just bad, so it is what it is. Go to the next thing. Go to FSU. Speaking of bad, go all the way. You gotta go up a little bit more. Shit. I think you still skip one. FSU gets. FSU fans are getting in a if I told you that this kid Malik Murphy, is it Malik Murphy? Is that his name? Who's the kid? It's Malik Murphy. Somebody else. Oh, Malik Clark. If I told you that Malik Clark drinks nut juice, would that make you feel better? That we lost him before the state.
Soldier lost.
So
this is sad.
So when the kid decommits, because what people don't realize is media trains you in order to how you feel. You don't know that you've been influenced. The minute somebody decommits, the first thing they think about is, oh my God, it's such and such next. It's that nut juice coming out of you.
Oh.
Man, fuck up and stop being a bitch. Malik Clark decommits. Solomon Thomas, 5-star offensive lineman who's come out and reaffirmed that he is a Seminole through and through. Comes out and says we lost another soldier. He actually talked about guys decommitting and lacking loyalty and all of that other different shit. But like,
there is no loyalty.
There is none. You're right. He says that he's good, and we still have two other. This is a guy that we liked. He's more of a pride. I'll tell you who I'll be mad at. Right, I'm gonna tell you who I'll be mad. Like if we lose CJ Wiley and Georgia's coming after him hard, I'll be like, oh shit, that motherfucker good. Malik Clark, nice, explosive. I'm not really like, again, I'm not gonna have my day ruined by nut juice drinking 17-year-old boys.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just telling you what happens when you guys spaz out about little 17-year-old boys not choosing your favorite college. I'm consistent about this. Recruiting is weird, man. 40-year-old men and little boys DMs complaining that they don't want to come to their favorite university in which they may have never seen a game before.
It feeds into itself, right? The fandom feeds into the trolling, which feeds into being scared of being trolled when you're on the losing side, which feeds into you looking at little boys, movements and stuff.
Like imagine a world where you've got a beautiful vixen laying next to you, and she's trying to get your attention, and you haven't gone to Alpha Male Clinic to get your hormones checked, and you're trying to live your life the best, drinking nut juice, living your life the best wholesome way that you can, being where she's like, baby, why don't you come to bed? No, I have to argue with my imaginary friends that I've never seen before because some 17-year-old boy decommitted and he hurt me. Imagine saying that to a beautiful vixen that's laying next to you that wants to do all kinds of wild, crazy things to you.
It's just, I don't even understand it. I mean, I think what you need to do, and this might be hard for some of you to hear, is care less about football, but not so much less that you don't watch our care more about us.
Yeah.
And less about football.
Yeah.
We got other things going on.
This is why you think we don't just talk about Florida State.
Yeah.
Even when Florida State was winning, I don't want to talk about Florida State on the foot. I am a well-rounded individual. I have vices. That's also what happened.
We haven't been to the gun range.
Guys haven't been shooting no more. We got people complaining about the strap, but don't care about bow and arrow. I literally have a demonstration on video shooting a crossbow. That bitch is deadly. We had fun. Without the tip, just a regular crossbow, that bitch from 100 yards can penetrate 8 inches.
Damn.
No, it was 8 inches. No, it was 12 inches. And the first thing I thought, I was like, yo, 12 inches is a lot. If 12 inches hits me in my torso, it goes through my torso. And yet, this is what some of y'all are demanding. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just the things that you find out, man. But anyways, man, he decommitted. Bad shit happened. Cool. Here's what's going to happen at Florida State. We will sign 25 to 30 people between the transfer portal and high schools. That's all I'm saying, dog. Don't let these little boys ruin your day, man. Don't let the little boys ruin your day. What's the dude? Chris Handsome is going to be there knocking on your door in a little bit. The way some of y'all respond to these little boys make me don't get your. Again, one, you need to be off the streets. But two, the way y'all respond, I don't want you to ever go try to get your computer fixed. Like when your computer goes down, throw it away. Because I know there's some wild shit on that computer. Whatever. Now go to church, do crack, do something different, like to help you occupy your time.
Gamble.
That helps. Gambling will help you realize how little control you have on our life. And will make you even more mad, even if it's just a $2 parlay that you put 20 legs on and you're going to get $20,000 and then one person doesn't hit. You've got Ramon in there. Jada, you got Ramon on the tickets?
Ramon. Yeah.
I mean, crack might be safer than Coke right now because they keep putting fentanyl in it. At least it'll cook it out. Don't ask me. Never mind. That's too complicated. Go to the next thing. I want you to ask me how I know all of that stuff. This is just for if you need something else to put you off the ledge. I'm here to help you. Florida State has lost 4 games. In order to be bowl eligible, you have to win 6. The only way you can win 6 is to not lose 7. Here are Florida State's next 5 games. Clemson, Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Notre Dame. Check. Clemson's coming in ranked. Miami is one of the top 10 opponent at Miami. Notre Dame is Notre Dame. You have to beat one of those 3 and win the rest of them just to be bowl eligible.
Yeah.
I know what I told you guys a few weeks ago. What I told you guys and what we're seeing on film are 2 different things. I said, get prepared for Charlotte. I said, I'm booking a room in Charlotte. I am. I'm going to cover the ACC championship. I don't know. Y'all can come. Charlotte's a good city. It's very nice in the winter. That being said, I would not make any plans for bowl games. It ain't looking good. And maybe Mike looks like he needs a vacation. Mike's birthday's coming up next week.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up time for your birthday to happen around this time, man. You got a game. You got a bye week, though. I think it's a bye week. Yeah. It's a bye week. Is it after Clemson they got a bye week? Yeah. So, I mean, shit. Cold world, man.
rewatch that series you've been meaning to binge.
Yeah, you know, you can watch
Cleaning
good
done.
football. Yeah, like I mean, one thing, you know what I'm going to do with my December right now? I keep seeing great quote. I have not watched one episode of Snowfall.
Me neither.
I want to watch it now. I don't like the way it ends. I already know that.
I don't know how it ends.
Well, he becomes a crackhead.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's actually
it
kind of
happens.
funny.
Though. It actually happens in real life.
Yeah, not all the
not
time.
his story. Freeway Ricky Walsh is very coherent, but a lot of major drug dealers, especially when they kind of start falling down, you know, they start getting high on their own supply. Life gets fucked up. But he's free. It's in a weird way. He seems more relaxed now and happy that he doesn't have all the weight of the world on his shoulder.
It's the drugs.
That too. And I don't like that the uncle died. And I don't, but at the same time, it makes me mad because the uncle's not British.
Oh, we just spoiled so much for so many people.
Dog, it's been off the air for 3 years.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Like I mean, I haven't. I've just seen the clips of it. Like I know Jerome, and his name is Jerome, and it just fits. But I'm mad that the guy Snowfall is British. It has such a good accent taken down. But the uncle doesn't sound anything like he sounds on the show. He sounds like a proper black man.
Really?
But he is so hood sounding in the clips. But yeah. Oh, he was an alcoholic. He wasn't a crackhead. Okay.
Oh,
that happens. Wino is much better than a crackhead.
They should have went the full way. I like crackhead better.
Yeah, crackhead. But his girlfriend was a crackhead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her dad was a police officer.
Oh.
She was fine. She's a fine crackhead too. You don't really see. That's not realistic. Most crackheads ain't fine no more. But
and no.
yeah. But going to the next thing.
We got more FSU.
Oh, did we go to the Oh, here we go. Dane Draper asked this question. What kind of tough questions do y'all want to be asked? Go up, scroll up. Somebody had a question. Somebody did have a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it and pin it. Right here.
All right. Hey, Norvell, do you regret not starting Brock and the younger players to build 2025 instead of piecing together a team in 2024 for another playoff run? Just asking for a friend. Again, you got to go watch Tape Tuesdays. I asked this question to the fans. When you say younger guys, this is what I would be. I'm going to answer you as Mike Norvell. But they have like remember that angry Obama on Key and Peele?
Yeah.
I know Mike got some. Mike a tough dude. Mike grew up with a single parent household. Mom had a lot of boyfriends. I know that motherfucker could fight. This is real talk. He said this is shit that he said. So I know he went to Memphis. I mean, lived in Memphis, was hanging out, had his hair cornrow, playing with little colored kids in Central Arkansas. Man, got to be a tough guy. Demetrius Shaw, that's the real thing. I wish I could. That's what they need to do. Not put your ass on the press by beat writers. But somebody said, which young players do you want to see? And why? I guess the phone went out. And why? You want to see Brock? Okay. I'm going to tell you why players don't play, typically. They're not good. And people say, well, some people are gamers. Yes, some people are gamers. It doesn't work for everybody.
Most people, in fact, are not.
Most people, in fact, are not. What you see in practice, again, everybody loves these football, idioms? Is that what the word? Or football analogies and football terms. But they never use the one practice like you play. Demetrius, you hear me say that it's a reason why the ones are the ones. And it's a reason why the twos are the twos. Period. What about Brock did you see in the last iterations of Brock that made you say, man, you know what? Let me get out of here. Let me get Brock out here. You know what I remember about Brock? And this is not a bash Brock moment. I think Brock could be fine. I think he just needs some time to develop. That's why they brought in DJU. or tried to bring in Cam Ward because they weren't ready. Brock's first, does anybody remember Brock Glenn's first play in a Florida State uniform? You remember that? Tate Rodemaker got a snot box rock. That bitch came in and we did a RPO with him where you were supposed to run the ball off. That bitch checked out of the run and damn near threw an interception in a tight ass game against the University of Florida that could have definitely been a pick six. That was the first play that he ran. And that's what y'all are saying? Man, are you mad that you didn't trot out the guy who damn near threw a pick on his first ever career play? Last quarterback that did that was Tate Rodemaker. You see where he's at, fucking up at Southern Miss. But you know what? People wanted Tate Rodemaker to be over Jordan Travis, too.
Really? That's wild.
Oh, bro, they had all kinds of things. Like when the Mackenzie Milton went down, he played against Jacksonville State. That bitch first play was a pick six to Jacksonville State, an FCS school. Like the funny thing is, Mike should have lost to Jacksonville State the year before he actually lost to Jacksonville State. They had to bring in Jordan Travis to save the day. Everybody's better than DJU, and I agree. I kind of agree with that, but if you go back and you watch what I'm talking about, the tape, I think there were some times when we made DJU do things that DJU is not very good at. Bull fucking shit, AC counts. See? Tate Rodemaker almost bull fucking shit. I would not let you do. Hell no, we'll be defeated if Tate Rodemaker was here. The bitch is damn near defeated it at Southern Miss. This is the problem. We just again, even the kids, and when you talk about things, you make like Trevor Jackson. Trevor Jackson is a good kid, good family. Trevor Jackson will be either a great player at Florida State or he's going to transfer somebody because he's being developed to be good. Trevor Jackson got beat out by a sophomore last year at Jones High School. That kid's committed to fucking Miami as a junior right now. He's not even going to college for 2 more years. But people are like, we got to just throw Trevor Jackson out there. Why? What have you seen? Because he's exciting? Because he can run? You're going to fucking ruin him too. The minute you put somebody out there, all you're going to do is fucking bash them, say they stink, fucking ruin their confidence, and now you don't have a good football player. You know why Tate left? If Tate thought he was good, his ass would have stayed. Tate knew he wasn't no good. He knew he had to get somewhere else. You think Southern Miss would have been his first option? Who fucking wakes up and says, you know what? I'm going to leave Florida State. I'm going to go to Southern Miss. That's his only option. Sorry. I'm sorry, man.
They're coming from a place of pain.
And stop saying that shit. We prepare for 2025. This is not the fucking NFL. The more you lose, it doesn't help you. As a guy who played as a true freshman, when you go out on that field before you're prepared, you develop habits that stay with you. So guess what? If they're sorry in 2025, 2024, they're going to fucking stink in 2025 because now they have bad habits. Because you're going out there and you know what you're going to do? Survive. It is real motherfuckers out there, bro. Perfect example. Florida fans said that with AR-15. They said that with Anthony Richardson. If we're going to lose with Anthony Richardson. You know what Dan Mullen did? Trotted his ass out there against the University of Georgia. And you know what happened? He got fucked up. And you know what never happened for Florida? They never won with the guy who is a top 5 pick. I'm telling you guys, like that's how you ruin players, is throwing them out there before they're ready.
Even the NFL is trying to,
You got Tom Brady literally saying the reason why the play is going down is because they're playing people before they're ready to get played. Because people are going around listening to fans who ain't dope. It is real out there. And I don't know if y'all think this is the video game, but it is fucking real out there, dog. It is real. My first game was against the University. I broke my red shirt against the University of Miami in 2002. One of the greatest collections of talent I've ever seen in my life. All I saw was orange blurs, bro. I didn't know what the fuck to hit. You want to know a realistic situation of what it's like to play your first ever game? Go watch Jamie Foxx at Any Given Sunday when he first trotted out there as the third. And you know what coaches start saying? That are coaching for the, we got a third string quarterback out there who ain't gonna do shit. That's what the coaches are saying. You trying to develop, like, is again, they've seen, like, guys, oh God. Luke, right now, Luke Krummelhock is who I believe will eventually be the starting quarterback. But do you know that Luke messed his ankle up last year in high school and didn't finish his season? And he had scar tissue and he had to have a scope. That's probably you rush guys out there, you get them fucked up. You know what you do when I heard it's funny because it was Florida's former athletic director that told me this. When you fire a coach early, all you're doing is setting yourself up to fire the next coach early. And now look at the University of Florida. And I hope Brock has the success and they put a game plan in there and the guys rally behind them. But what we need tackles. Oh, I'm actually fuck that. Another example. You know who started too early in their career and fucked up, and they fucked up his NFL chances because he never got healthy. Robert Scott. Robert Scott went from being all ACC, freshman All-American, 3 years ago predicted to be a top pick, to can't stay on the fucking field. That's what happens when, but what you're asking, because anything is better than what we see now. You're asking to make a bunch of other Rob Scotts. Now we could do this if they get rid of all the almond milk out of the stadium, and we start drinking whole milk like real men. I don't care if you're lactose retarded. Take a lactate pill. We need more muscles and stronger bones. All I'm saying is, guys, I'm with you. It pains me to see it, but that is not how you get better. It is not how you get better. You put people out when they're fucking ready. Because what happens is, and even if there is one or two that are ready, they're like, again, Landon Thomas, I'm with you. Landon Thomas, Amari Williams, two guys that truly can't be worse than Murlock. They put the younger linebackers out there, and they're getting their asses handed to them. Again, if you go watch the tape, I pick them. Blake Nicholson did not have a good game last week. Not at all. So all I'm saying is these are the different things that you guys got to realize, man. It's more to it than that. Ramon said, I actually did ask Mike a couple weeks ago when he came to Jacksonville, hey, man, how are you doing? What is going on? Mike does look like a guy that's like, I ain't got no answers, man. Like, what did Yeezy say to so you ain't got the answers, man. I think they are taking the weight room seriously, Stacey. They look great. They're strong. But I'm going to tell you what they're not taking seriously, their mentality. I just talked to you about it. I just showed a fucking 11-year-old that went down the field that's looking for motherfuckers to hit. Every week, my son has surprised me by going out there and hitting people. You wouldn't think he's like, well, actually, you could tell if you watch Trey's take. I don't know where he gets that shit from, man. Like, I don't know, like, he talks a lot of shit for a kid that's only been in one career fight. And that was in kindergarten. But when he get on that football field, oh, he fucking somebody up. Somebody's getting dropped on their back. Blocking, tackling, playing defense are all mindsets and mentalities. And the reason why, Eric puts a good point. Here's why you can have a young player play at Georgia and Alabama. Somebody tried to use Ryan Williams. I thought freshmen couldn't play. Okay. Oh, you got me. That motherfucker playing at Alabama. He's getting a pass thrown by Jalen Milroe, who's been there, who's pretty fucking good. He went to Jalen Milroe only was a quarterback for a college football playoff team last year. He's surrounded by a bunch of fucking NFL players on the offensive line. It's just like when people brought up that Jordan, not Jordan Young. The D tackle, he plays D tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles now. He was a D tackle for Georgia. He was a 3-star.
Jordan Carter.
Is it Jordan Carter? Okay. He was a 3-star. See this?
Jordan Davis.
That's it, Jordan
My
Davis.
bad. I got confused.
Yeah.
with
Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis was a 3-star. See, this is why you can't just recruit stars. Bitch, that 3-star is surrounded by fucking 5 stars everywhere. Do you think that might have a reason why he's good? Put the 3-star on Boise State, and that's a different 3-star. No offense to Boise State. Boise State's good, but they play in a conference where they don't have to play a bunch of mutants every week. They play a mutant once every now and then. Like, if you go back and you watch the game, Joshua Farmer has had a phenomenal 3 weeks. Joshua Farmer's playing with the mentality and the attitude that you need to play the D tackle position. Everybody's not matching that aggression. It has nothing to do with how strong these guys are. It has everything to do with, and I guess we can call that heart. But like, I think they're trying to play. I think they're trying to play in their own strength and not really measuring the football stuff. But I get the frustration. But yeah, questions like that, just shit. Josh right now might be the only person going to the league. Hell, one of the plays that was a big play by SMU, and I get on him about that, man. That guy just broke through Josh's arm tackle. If Josh gets that, man, it's 3 and out. Them bitches, they don't score that first touchdown. Brother, you say that, and Jackson does have flashes. But man, boy, there's some stuff on there that I'm just like, man, why did God bless you with that? God did all the work. It's like, what was that? God did all the work. He made you black. He made you 7 foot with a 1.5 inch. He's like,
No Jerry Jones.
Yeah, no Jerry Jones. He made you. You're 6'6", 330, brother. God did all the work. All you got to do is show up. But, anyways, man. We'll click on Stacey Smith real quick. Not all. Here's how how I know of the star system to work. If you have a scholarship to a D1 school and you commit, or Power 5 school and you commit, regardless, you'll be a 3-star minimum. And they don't really pay for them. You have to go to their camps, and that's how you get your rankings, which I think is bullshit. But even when you go to the camps, they rank the guys that are going to give them the best clicks. So, like, some of it's just is bullshit, but whatever. Go to the next thing. They ain't y'all got my blood pressure up. Not y'all. I'm just saying in general, just people. But the Lazy Eye Bandit, they got somebody. Oh, my bad, I shouldn't say that. There's a guy on there who they get to. It's on. We're doing FSU media. It's hilarious, but so is the fans. That's the first one we were just on. Dane Draper asked this question based off of what another beat reporter asked, and it was wild. So, what happened to Mike? What happened to the Mike we knew? And Eric Babe put this is hilarious. A hilarious retort. He said, "You know what's crazy? You have the opportunity to ask him this question every day, and you don't."
Damn.
Well, you know what he asked every day? When are you going to decommit? But you know what? It's easier. It's easier to ask. This is why, man. Okay, I'm stating this as a statement, but not saying that this kid is that, right? Okay. It's easy. This is why pedos attack kids and not grown people. It's easier to ask a 17-year-old the tough questions than it is to ask a grown-ass fucking man the tough questions.
Calling this reporter.
No, I'm not. I'm not. And he's still young. But it's harder to, it's why my man, not Mike Gundy. It is Mike Gundy. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I remember. I love that.
It's tougher to, it's tougher to go approach a 40-year-old than it is to approach a 17-year-old. 17-year-olds are more impressionable. You can manipulate them a little bit. You can make them comfortable. You give them snacks and cookies and shit. It's like, remember again the Boondocks episode. Did you come here to talk to little boys? Nah, I don't have no cookies, no candies, no nothing. Yeah, it's easier, you approach them, hey man, hey bud. You become their friends and you warm up to them, you talk to them, you talk that jive. Like, but you got all the energy. Like, what's funny is they have the energy. The press conferences are very mild for Mike in comparison to what Tag had. I will say that. Now, it's kind of like they treat Mike like Debo, like Smokey treated Debo. He'd be like, shut the fuck up. I'd be quiet. But when he leave, I'd be talking again. They got all the smoke for him on the podcast, all the smoke for him on the Twitter streets. But when they get him, when he can actually get sound bites, which they could, again, still do on the podcast, he's actually going to give you material you don't even ask. I can get him on the show. I just don't want to. I don't want to bother. I'm gonna tell you what. What's wild is we've had him on the show numerous times back in the day.
Yeah.
Then he said that I was so rude to him.
It was kind of wild.
And
wait, it was wild. What Denny said, or what?
What Denny said to me,
said.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
We went 3-6.
I mean, he said no, it wasn't. It was.
We went
definitely
3-6, and I'm like, yo. Only times I want to see the numbers 3 and 6 together is when I walk in my house and I look to the left. There's a garnet 3 and a 6, and I look to the right and there's a white 3 and a 6, and it has Coleman on the back. I don't ever want to see them two numbers together again.
Yeah, that is
And Mike Denny, when he got off the phone,
exactly.
Denny was like, "Yo, how many times you gonna remind this man that he went 3 and 6 in a 15-minute interview?"
It was at least 3.
I was like, "Yo, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about." Somebody got to explain why I ain't got shit. Like,
he ain't never coming back.
Nah. What was every year Mike requested to come back. That you know what made me respect Mike? That
Good.
Mike came on the show when he first took it, and because what I told Mike, I don't listen to these other shows. I listen to what you tell me, and I hold you accountable for what you tell me. That's it. But you know who never asked Mike those kind of questions and never did those when they had the opportunity?
Anybody else?
Anybody else.
Yeah,
Everybody else is very. I said,
everybody.
but again, what was fucked up was with Tag. They like, they fucking with Tag. Why weren't they hydrated? Why wasn't this? And the Tag went, I ain't gonna lie to you, Tag did some nigga shit. Tag over there with water bottles, open it up. We hydrated today. I really wish Tag would have won when they did the lemonade stand thing, and I wanted him to come and do some lemonade, like sipping some lemonade. But like, because I said Primo puts they might lose their asses. Here's the thing right here. I'm gonna talk. It don't matter. I'm a season ticket holder. I scored in both the end zones and bled and sweat on that field. I did a lot of dumb shit for Florida State in my youth. I'd rather sit in the Champions Club. I tell y'all all the time, being on the sideline is an overrated experience. You can't see shit. You got to keep walking. Every time I go to a game and I'm on the sidelines, my step count is stupid because when the offense is scoring, you have to go on the other side of the other side so that you can see because everybody congregates there. And then when the defense is getting ran through, you got to go to the other side because everybody congregates over there. Now, with the sideline pass, we did find that they used to try to make us stand in certain areas, but now nobody listens. We all over the place. Like I'm over a couple times, I'm over there with the sideline official. I'm over there by the replay judge. I got blind kids on the sideline talking to it's some cool shit I've been able to do. But but the thing about Mike is it was never personal.
Right.
It's always been the product on the field. And he's always been like, I get paid a lot of money to win.
Even that interview, he took it very well. He wasn't like.
And when I saw him, I was just like, damn, when Denny told me, I was like, man, I got to see this motherfucker. Am I going to have to fight this dude at practice? And every time I see him, it's all love. Hey, James, what's going on? Like, James, blah, it's boom. Just chest bumps and all that shit. Treats my sons great. I mean, it's cool. Like, I don't want to see him lose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna correct you. Jimbo lost a couple of years before he took a big contract in bounds. Actually, no, he did keep getting the new renewals. But Jimbo left because he didn't. Jimbo didn't just leave because one that money was different then. Like nobody paid. That's hilarious, Primo, with the keeping an eye on the recruit defense because of his eye. But anyways, he got paid $75 million over 10 years, fully guaranteed. No coach was getting paid $7.5 million a year. So you have to take that money. But he left because it wasn't because Florida State didn't match it. Florida State would not match his request for off-field, for hiring assistant coaches, for doing different things like that. Like we didn't want to pay to hire top D coordinators. So when he left, he was able to go pay a coordinator $1 million. We didn't want to pay coordinators $1 million. We had to pull teeth to hire a coordinator, to give a coordinator $500,000. That's what a lot of people don't realize, how fast the money game has changed in college football. And then we went and got Tag, and we pulled the same shit for Tag. We actually cut a lot of the concessions that Jimbo had gotten and received when Tag got here. And they had to redo them for Mike. So what people don't look at in these contracts, we see the money, right, that the coach makes, but you don't see the other things that get negotiated in those contracts. That's why Jimmy Sexton is the GOAT. Jimmy Sexton is going to try to get you everything that you need to be successful, that's necessary for you to be successful. Now, and I think that's what's going to end up happening with Mike Alford. We have a wartime consigliere now. Jimbo had, I ain't gonna lie, I love to see young blacks getting money. I love to see my people in positions of power, but that motherfucker needed to go.
Yeah.
We had a black AD. I'm so happy he left. That's the one who suspended Jameis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, talking about
saving face for the news.
But yeah, now Jameis needed to sat down somewhere and shut the fuck up because he had the allegations. But like he kept like he all he said was fucking right in the pussy. And that was when the old man had came on TV. Like it was a viral video. And I remember when it happened, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, it was an old white man. It was a lady doing a news thing. And he said, fuck him right in the pussy. Which, if you really think about it, if you're thinking about it from a moral compass instead, like that's more of the polite way. If you're going to have intercourse with somebody, that's where you should place it.
Yeah, you don't want to slip up.
Yeah, you might place it somewhere else, but you need permission, and that's uncomfortable. That's a Diddy party if you don't know what's going on. Like if you're typically having intercourse, you want it to be right in there. That's where you want to go, right in there. That's the way God intended it. So in theory, he could be doing the Lord's work. Now, as a man who grew up on FSU's campus, because my high school was on FSU's campus. So I was on FSU's campus from 1998 all the way until 2005. I have seen a lot of things in the union. Yelling right in the pussy is not the worst thing that I've ever heard anybody say in the union. I may or may not have been a part or surrounded or around a couple altercations that happened in the union where individuals of the college age needed to be escorted to get medical services because they were doing one of their ritualized dances in their blue outfits and making noises and things of that nature. And they accidentally bumped into a very large individual who had a lot of testosterone and hormonal issues, that pent up aggression.
Right.
And that individual might have been 50 deep.
My God.
With his other like-minded individuals, and these blue guys, the Smurfs, if you will, were about maybe 10 of them, and then they decided that bumping into was a disrespect, that they needed to meet the actions with fisticuffs. But they decided to fight some of the most in shape, well-trained, aggressive dudes from the hood that liked this shit. And it did not end well for said people. Chairs might have been thrown.
Did you get arrested?
No incidents. Nobody was arrested. Nobody knew anything. There were no suspensions. There was a big football game that got played that weekend. Those individuals got the opportunity to play in the said football games. No suspensions happened, but we're drawing the line at fuck them in the pussy. That's all I'm saying. We had a wartime. Dave Hart was a real one, and he also had Bobby. Now those guys may or may not have gotten some opportunities to get a little bit more conditioning when they're I don't want to say overseer. That's terrible. When their boss found out about it,
Overseer.
because I mean that's really what it is. You got a bunch of well-trained black people on a field with whistles getting yelled at. A lot of come here boys. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that because Bobby clearly wasn't that, but just at the end of the day, dog, like one could allude and make comparisons if one wanted to. It's actually hilarious if you get out of your weirdness. Yeah. I mean, listen,
It's funny.
I'm not saying I agree with Cap, but what I am saying is points were made. But you know what? I'm still gonna fucking do it. Like, I don't give a fuck what it looks like. If you ask me, if you tell me, James, this is this and this, I'm like, Dr. Umar could come in this room right now and say, this is what you did. And this is why you're wrong for that. And this is slavery. This is this. We're going to take you back in time. And I want you to know the information with what you have now. And I want you to change some things. You know what I wouldn't change? A goddamn thing. I go right back to that motherfucker doing that shit. Hey, man.
Ain't no way.
The only thing I would do is be sexier and in more shape and enjoy my moment for a little bit longer. Hey, man, one thing we knew about then, Primo, is if nobody talks, everybody walks. The problem is now you get cats in different rooms and they start snitching on each other. And they all do the same thing because they're kind of right. But if everybody's silent, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Or let the walk-on take the fall. I mean, excuse me. The guy who doesn't have to play, who may have the same number as somebody else, but his pants have starting to 100. Like, everything we have is numbered. So what used to happen is, like, everybody had a single number. Nobody shared numbers in college when I played. Everybody had a different number, but except for like a walk-on. So like I had 36. There may be a linebacker that had 36. Where my short said 36, his shorts might have said like 117. I don't know, man. That's just a good story. But bottom line is, fuck all that. This is when they're getting really. This is why I have no quarrels with Brandon Snow. But this is why they call him Brandon Snowcone. He didn't block me. He blocked my boy Dibby.
Oh, okay.
And Dibby, like, I don't even know what I said. This is when people are getting sensitive. They could block me, and like one of the funniest things that people do. Because I found out I got somebody that's close to me blocked me on social media. And I only realized it because one of my friends commented on it. But you can't block me in real life. Like, if you block somebody in social media, if I'm that mad at you that I block you on social media, I'm going to block you in real life. I'm not going to come over your house. I'm not going to do any of these other different things.
Like a restraining order?
No, like I really don't want to like be. If I don't want to see you, I'm not going to request to be in your presence.
Right.
So like Brandon, so they would never block me because you know why? They got to see me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm the type of person that's going to do?
Ask them.
I'm going to say, hey, shit a little different in real life, huh? Can't just block you. You can't just block me in real life. Why you got me blocked, player? Oh, well, because you said something. Well, what if I said them things to you right now? What you gonna do, huh? It's just shit that social media has fucked up people's mindsets that they don't think. Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, they got them. They all got into something. And they put them in different rooms and they beat up on them. They try to get them to snitch on each other.
Oh, that's
but they
right.
didn't snitch
that
on each other.
It was a great movie. I'm surprised how good it was.
And they all said the same story. They're like, where were you the night before? I was with your wife. They just all said it. It was just.
That was
All of like Andre said it. Mark Wahlberg. I don't know who the
concept of that movie is so cheesy.
I don't
but
know
it
who the
still
white
was
kid
pretty good.
is,
He's been in other movies before.
and then Tyrese. I don't like the fact that I need them to stop trying to make Tyrese a gangster. I didn't. That's the only thing I didn't believe in Baby Boy. That and then Omar Gooding. You can't be on Wild and Crazy Kids shaving water balloons and then become a gangster. That shit doesn't. We know you, dog. Again, that's the Tupac shit. We seen you. We know who you are. But now he's an upstanding. Like he always plays an upstanding guy and stuff now.
Yeah.
I also like the one scene with the guy. He's like, I like the way you do business. But he did bring up a real good. He's like, I gave y'all money to get something done, and I wanted out-of-town shooters, but y'all hired in-town shooters. Do you know what in-town shooters give me? In-town police and in-town police problems. And then he's at the dinner table and he makes the dude eat, and then his girlfriend tries to step up and sell him, and then he makes her eat off the ground too. It was very demoralizing.
Damn.
But
I mean,
but anyways, though, shout out to Brendan. Shout out to 247. They're making their bread. They got to do different things differently than everybody else. But I don't understand the blocking shit. I get a mute. I mute people all the time, not because they said anything about me. I just don't want to hear about your cats. But it's a lot of people saying some real shit, man. But a lot of people in this world ain't real. So, like, you block me on social media, I could block you. I should be able to block you in real life. That would make sense. But, again, everybody doesn't like the elevated on the smartest people sometimes are some of the dumbest people you know. But going to the next thing. And this is kind of goes to what a lot of our conversations are. When people don't, oh man, no fan. That's some good hate right there. Definitely Drake trying to tell us that he started from the bottom and he was a child actor. Come on, bro. Everybody want to be from the bottom until it's the bottom, until you actually in the bottom. No Diddy. He might have, though, because Diddy did pee on him.
On Drake?
Yeah, wasn't Diddy the one that peed on him or something like that?
a what?
You didn't hear about Drake? Drake's been peed on. Fat Joe put it in a rap.
He said,
No Drake, but the pee is free.
Yo, what? That's funny.
Drake, but like again, this is why I don't really want to get into it. Why I would never go, because Puffy, while he seems unassuming, apparently he is everything that we thought Suge Knight was.
He does not seem unassuming at all.
He's very
He looks
nice
like
until
the
he
devil
doesn't.
to me.
Right, but I'm just saying, he's like, take that, come on. Like if you listen to his songs,
you know how in movies they always make the devil a lawyer in a suit? That's
That
how
makes
I
sense.
see Diddy from the beginning.
I'm gonna be honest with you, but the problem is they got to come up with another. Now that I know so much, I've read the mythos and all the other different. They got to come up with another. Like don't make it the devil. I think. Have you ever seen the show Lucifer?
Yeah,
That's more of an accurate depiction, even in the Bible, of what the devil actually is, for what the Bible says. The devil doesn't do anything to you. You do all the things to yourself, and God makes him be the person to punish you. Like he didn't go around and just say, "Hey, I feel like fucking with you today." If you read the Bible, God is the one that's been fucking with people all the time and making you, because you have free will. And like, did you see Lucifer hit you? What is it that you truly desire? But he's a slick talking, smooth, suave person. Which I guess Diddy could be that if you get, but
the king of lies and deceit. That's Diddy.
But like to me, like Diddy is rich. He's like every rich person. Like you don't have to do it. Like, what would you think of me if, like, just say, forget all the stuff that we know about Diddy right now. Let's say Trey wants to be a rapper, like Little Bow Wow, right?
Would not allow it.
Little Bow Wow wants to be a rapper. Little Bow Wow's parents let him hang out with Diddy by himself. They don't know Diddy from a red apple.
Mm-hmm. That's on them.
You know who I blame? I blame them. Just like Diddy need to be arrested, they need to be arrested.
Right. Stop thinking because someone wears a suit and has money that they have virtue. But what kids?
Hey man, have you had that cheesecake? It's really good.
Oh,
I did have that cheesecake from Junior's.
Junior's.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's a really good
My
cheesecake.
family
man.
gets his birthday every year for his birthday. He get a Junior's cheesecake.
It's a really good cheesecake. Like especially when you're from down here, they don't make good cheesecake down here like that. Because I think it's the water or something like that. But like it's better up north. But walking 5 miles, it was kind of crazy. But I think if they would have all known the words to what was it, Biggie's it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, but the light skinned girl, the singer, didn't know the words. Why can't I think of it right now? Juicy. If they knew all the words of Juicy, they wouldn't have had to go get it. But that would have been the first time. But now all these people like got all these stories about them, but wasn't telling these stories when they was trying to be famous.
That's the part.
That means you're an accomplice.
Yes, you are also a Diddy.
You're not a victim. You're an accomplice. It was cool if you would have got rich, which is why when people talk about, I don't believe in the Illuminati. I believe you're just a person that just wanted to take it up the culo to be able to get some bread.
Anybody threatened with violence, I understand why you might want to be silent. But I know a lot of you are you want your position. You're threatened by losing your status symbol. So you stayed with it. And to me, that's pure.
You went on a reality TV show to become a rapper when we've seen all kinds of other different ways to become a rapper.
No, that wasn't going to work. First of all, if you're an artist, nobody's going to respect your art after you don't walk for some cheesecake and
especially
sit-ups in the park.
Especially Ness, and you're supposed to be a gangster rapper.
Yeah,
that's very highly ungangster.
But they couldn't gangster up on Diddy because apparently Diddy's strong enough to hit somebody with a kettlebell. Diddy
is the ultimate gangster. You just you think you see the dancing in the videos, and you see all of the slow down, mate, she killing them. You see all of the stuff like that. You're like, nah, no way. But then you hear about all of this other stuff. Like he did slap a weight coach with a kettlebell.
That is a strength coach.
That's wild.
And then none of the rappers who are all like
why did he
gangsters. When his son
he wasn't playing enough, so he just said, "Fuck that! You ain't playing my son. I'm finna fuck you up."
And no rappers are.
Snoop's son was on that team.
Oh, really?
And Snoop didn't do it. Like if we thought anybody would do it, right? You think it would be Snoop, the actual guy who had a murder charge that he beat. Even though when you hear the story about the murder charge that he beat,
he was there.
It was his bodyguard that did it. And it's just like they didn't paint it that way. So it sounded way hard. And then he made the murder was the case that they gave me. It was just such a hard beat. And it just
he came out with the VMAs on that, I believe.
Yeah.
So fire.
My body temperature falls. Like it's just like it's just the way he talked. It was just so gangster. But then even in Baby Boy with him, then I realized how skinny he was.
Yeah, malnourished.
Like, man. I'm telling you don't want to get to know your favorite rappers.
Like socks look like flotation devices.
So it's Diddy. We're gonna do the rank of moguls that are the most gangster. I thought it was Jay Prince my whole life.
Jay Prince is.
It has to be.
No,
he's a fraud.
It's Diddy.
Oh yeah, Diddy.
Diddy is clearly number one.
100%.
Jay Prince is probably number 2. No, we'll bump him to 3 because 50 is legit crazy. But that should have let us know about Diddy. Not just the stuff, because 50 worked for Diddy. 50 actually wrote songs for him before the How to Rob thing happened, before he got shot and everything like that. They talk about why Diddy was like, nah, you got beef with Preem. How do you know Preem, Diddy? Like, how are you like, so he knew all about this stuff. And even 50 was like, nah, man, I ain't fucking with Diddy like that. Mm-hmm. That should have let us know.
Right.
Yeah, that's the worst one, Clive Davis. He worse than all of them.
Yeah. Quincy Jones. A lot of people don't talk about it, but one, Quincy Jones was out there. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando clapped Richard Pryor's cheeks. My bad. Quincy Jones liked a lot of he liked a lot.
Both
like
ways.
he swung both ways.
He's like Travis Hunter.
Play both sides of the
I
field.
was like, oh, Travis Hunter.
I'm now I don't even like
a lot of them was like Miles Davis. He was like that's why
now Miles Davis was cold because
that's why Cicely Tyson.
My bad.
My bad. She that's why she left him because she caught him in bed with another dude.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's what my mom told me. And I was
Yeah.
like, dang.
So let me tell you, Miles Davis said one of the
Don't
coldest
ever call me
things.
that nigga.
Miles Davis said the coldest quote to Nancy Reagan. And they were like, "You're not gonna stand to shake the first lady's hand." He's like, "What does she do besides suck the president's dick?" I saw that quote as a young man before I found out about the real Nancy Reagan. I didn't know that Nancy Reagan was the goat throat.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard?
I
Bro,
just-
go down
I
that
know
rabbit hole.
about her
Bro,
women's conference
bro,
things. What social studies books are y'all reading?
Twitter.
Bro, she was Ronald Reagan's a simp. Ronald Reagan's a simp, man. Bro. They say they used to love Nancy came around.
Yeah.
She was in Hollywood. She was giving it like all of them, all the guys on that poster. They all knew Nancy biblically.
So wrong. So wrong.
Oh, man, it did. So and they got the nerve. People like that's the funny part is people got the nerve to talk about Kamala and who she might have done and what might have happened when we go back and I mean, come on, dog.
She did an interview with All the Smoke.
She did.
I
She's
watched
Barnes.
it.
I didn't watch it, but it's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Now Suge did. I think Suge gave Eazy-E the hit.
She's I don't know a looker. She's alright.
But back then, you know,
But
it's a
you know,
difference.
yeah,
It's
they ain't had no
difference.
filters. She had the classic look for that era.
Yeah.
That era, you had to be two women. You were either you were Jane Kennedy or you were Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I'm just telling you, just if you got time, just go Google Nancy Reagan and put Nancy Reagan in throat. And it's probably gonna be some wild shit that pops up. Now you won't see pictures or anything, but just the stories that people were talking about with her. But
if I'm the president, niggas talking about my wife like that, I'm offing all y'all. Y'all all gonna just have a heart attack and run.
I mean, when you think about it, he became the governor of California. A lot of those top actors, like a lot of them were dying. Like we don't know exactly what. Now, by the time he became president, they're old. That's when you had to be like you weren't Trump and Biden old, but you were old enough. You know, old in the 80s and 90s look different than the old now.
Yeah, fact.
But shit, that shit's. I don't even know how we got to that part, but
That monster.
yeah. Hey, just like 50 Cent on Power, hey man, I know your dad a long time. Whatever they said that nigga did, he did that shit.
Who's the next guy? Who's the next person to be outed? Let's see.
Oh.
Maybe let's just try and get ahead of this
Your
record
boy.
speculation.
They not finna get Jay.
Yes.
Jay-Z?
Come
They're not
on,
getting
man.
He's been married for so long.
It's not that. I'm gonna tell you why they're not gonna get Jay. Those people Jay got all these. Everybody's been to prison around Jay except for Jay.
Yeah. And then did he?
Jay puts. You know how people are looking at rap lyrics now and trying to say, "Oh, well, this predicted it." Like even somebody put Biggie, hypnotized. At my arraignment, note for the plaintiff, your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement, face it, not guilty. That's how I stay filthy. Richer than Richie till you come and get me. They're like, was he telling that? I said, bro, shut the fuck up.
Was he predicting what?
That's how Puffy don't have people talking to him. It's like, shut the fuck up. But
Did y'all hear the?
TD Jakes, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
Whoa, dude, that was so wild when because they're saying that Kim Porter, the guy who released all the stuff, that's a lie. They had to take the book off of Amazon.
Oh.
But they said they got the thing. They said that he was had him listed as a power bottom.
A power bottom.
What is power?
I don't know.
What does power
I know
mean?
what a bottom is, but a power bottom?
Are you?
That means
what?
you wild out there. That is wild. And what happened is
Are you throwing it back?
I guess I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's like that song from Mario. I don't want to know. But Chet, he had just dropped that. Like when that came out a year before that, I had saw a clip of him when he was preaching, and the clip was like 5 seconds. It was like, "Have you ever been swallowed up?
Yeah.
Have you ever been swallowed?"
I don't know the context of that.
It's
I only heard that.
Chet. It's worse. It's way worse when you listen to the whole thing. Have you ever been in the closet? And then all your problems are in there. You want to come out of the closet and you have to pray to God and you get swallowed. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you telling us that you in the closet
Whoa.
and you try to come out the closet and you've been swallowed up. Because I mean, it's a cool thing. Because I put it in a different context. Because it's just fucking hilarious to me. Have you ever been swallowed up, man? Everybody remembers their favorite eater. I mean, you've been swallowed, girl. That's really where the real heartbreak. Women, I'm gonna tell you this, dog. This is me being really for real with you. Can I be transparent with the ladies? Cheating doesn't bother a real dude. What happens is, what bothers us is we know what you're fucking capable of. And you stop doing it, and now you're doing it for somebody else.
That just adds extra to it.
But I'm saying, like, if you didn't know what she was capable, imagine if she couldn't swallow you up. If she was BAP, fine. Take that whack ass pussy on, go somewhere else. But to know you got a known eater, and then they leave you, not leave you, leave me. But you cheated on me. And I know what you did to get me to like you. So that means you did that for the next guy to like you. And you want to come back to me? No. I say, flee from me.
Jezebel.
That's when I get to my Southern white comes out of me. Get on there, get out of here. Now TD Jakes for the woman thou art loose. TD Jakes was loose. Like, it's just crazy when you think about it, man. You know why I believe that? Because, man, I'm telling you, dog, yeah, you almost made me out somebody because you said the name. That man died of COVID. It's a good guy, but they was wild. When I learned about the Christians in the minister, and I told y'all about the damn bachelor party with the ministers here.
Oh yeah, you guys are awful.
You gotta
No,
you gotta recap.
I'm not
that
awful. I didn't know. I didn't know until I got around. And okay, so my boy, I married a couple years ago. He said, I want you to help me out. My last night of freedom, we're gonna have. I said, okay, cool. What all you want? What are we getting down with? He said, I want some adult chicken wing waitresses to come here and show if they want to dance a little bit, they can dance. We play some music in a room with them. And, jazz, blah, 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 like that. So I'm like, cool. How many people we got? Cool. We had everything set up. We had this room right here going good.
That's great. My bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's wild. That's wild. We got that. And then we had another room. We had everything going, right? And then all these people are having a good time, a lot of libations. I'm going to give you the summary. I see some of the dudes that I grew up with that were like my mentors. And I'm like, cool. I didn't even know. One of them passed. But I was glad. I was happy. You ever been happy that somebody's dead? Like, cause no, I'm not happy he's dead. But I'm saying, he had cancer, so like I don't want him to suffer.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was helped. I was able to help him transition to the other life with a smile on his face, because I seen him with some titties in his face, and I felt good. Like, okay, man. He was smiling the last time. Now every time I think of him, it's a warm place in my heart, because he went out and he saw some cheeks and some titties in his face. So like, because again, I think like life is too short for you to not have. Like, if you're gonna die, I mean, he's a good, happily married man. And I'm not saying that her titties was old or anything, but seeing some new titties before you die, dog, like that's a good way to go, man. It's like, you dying, man. Come on, man. What are we gonna do? You're gonna be alone anyway, so you can't divorce me. You're about to be. I mean, it's over soon. He knew he already, I said, at that point, he knew what he had. Nobody else knew. But like, damn, get it. She should have been there with him getting some new titties in his face, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like, if she wanted to go and she needed a new dick, come on, dog. She gonna be gone. You ain't even gonna remember this shit. You gonna be on to the next bitch. Come on, dog. But anyways, so I saw all that to say, I just thought these was regular niggas. We go to the church. And I know weddings happen in churches. But we're all here, and I found out that this dude is a minister in one city, and he wanted to get to know the adult chicken wings, because they were twins, and they lived in the city that he was in. And he was just like, hey, man, can you give me the number? I'm like, dog, now I know you're a minister. I am not giving you the number, dog. Need me be. I was just like, I'll get it for you. But I'm in my head, I'm like, dog, come on, bro. Chill out, man. Be cool. Act like when they say, see, everybody wants to say to the players that score touchdowns, act like you've been there before. But when you see some new, because again, the only thing better than old pussy is new pussy. But when you see some new pussy, you don't want to act like you've been there before. Act like you've been there before, dog. chill out. So, anyways, I'm seeing this minister. I'm like, I'm hearing these guys talk about stuff, and now they're praying. Their voice changed. Oh Lord, Moses, who sits on high, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah this and that. And hey man, that last night was crazy, wasn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ, Lord, who sits up high and looks down low. I'm like, why is your voice changing when you pray? Why don't you just talk? This is a conversation with God. Talk to him like you're talking to me.
That's
Like,
fair.
I don't know if the high, y'all can tell, does a higher voice like make the prayer go higher? Is like the baritone in your voice makes it stay low? I don't know. Y'all can explain this to me. But those weren't the ones that threw me off. In comes, actually, now that I think about it, big old TD Jakes looking motherfucker comes through, and he's like, boy, I tell you, he shakes gives a good ass firm handshake. Boy, I tell you, you throw a hell of a party.
You sound like
He's like, your friend, boy, yeah, hell yeah, your friend, man, you really know your friend. Because the only thing we didn't come through, man, and I'm mad because we ain't had the midget. If we'd had the midget, it would have been, I don't know what they would have done to the midget. That's actually probably the best that we didn't, excuse me, I apologize. The little person, because they was tossing the other ones up, and they were already tossing the person in the air. They was normal size, well, kind of normal size, they were 5 foot. But imagine if we had a little person and they just, anyways, whatever. I wonder what tricks, anyway, I got to find, we do have one in the fold, just Scott's never brought the midget around.
That would be so awesome.
I just want to, that's all I want for one of my birthdays. I want 2 midgets, man. I just want to carry them around like Michael Jackson did in the picture and have Coronas with 2 midgets. But this dude comes in and he goes to the church's thing. So they have the nice robes. And I'm like, man, why is he walking over there? And he takes the cool robe and he's just telling me about the party. And he's putting the robe on. So I asked my man, so I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck? Why the fuck you wearing a robe? I cuss. So in church, it's a building to me. Like, they pay rent, they pay taxes. It's a building to me. Like, why the fuck is he putting on a robe? I'm the only one in there that don't go to church. So like, mind you, they're all worse than me. So like, let's just put that out there. Like, this is why I tell, they're like, James, why do you think? Because I know these people, man. This is like I tell you about politicians. I tell you about, anyway. Why the fuck is he putting on a robe, man? Oh, that's the guy who's like over everybody. Like, I said, the fuck? Oh yeah, he's gonna do the prayer. And I said, that prayer ain't going past the roof. I seen what that man was doing.
Go past the roof.
So when they talk about, so again, what I'm saying is, and you know, that's just me telling you this. We all know, anybody from Tallahassee knows the freaking pastor. Jacobs, everybody know Jacob Chapel had my homegirl Lenedra and this motherfucker, she went to Jacob Chapel. Like, Jacob Chapel had the best let out in the, like, you go to the moon on Saturday and you either go check out Bethel Baptist let out on Sunday or you go to Jacob's Chapel on Sunday. All the big freaks was there. Because what happened is the night before they got to pray and get that off of the system. But they don't know. It don't work like that with Baptists and other denominations because you're not Catholic. Only Catholics can do wild stuff and then say 10 Hail Marys, please, Father, forgive us, and then they get clean.
Here.
It don't work like that in the Baptist church. We only do communion once a month. They do communion every Sunday. Duh. So, you know about Jacob Chapel, though, right? Oh, pastor, biggest pimp in America.
In America.
I'm talking about this diabolical pimping. Like, pimping is strong with him. One thing I know about him is that he is not gay. Pastor, dick him up and lick him down.
And then y'all pastors be cheating with women in your church who are married and then still have a job after. That's the crazy
that was
part.
the beautiful part. That was the beauty in it. This man, so he got caught. He's been caught numerous times, but this time he got caught butt naked in the socks.
That's not butt naked. If you get a little sock.
Well, the butt is naked, but the socks are covered, and church socks too. You know how hard it is for those who don't. No, that's not. He's too old. No, actually, go turn it back around. Top, the left. Well, yeah, that's your left. Yeah, that's William.
Better not be my wife. He's all right, but like, come on now.
People don't realize it's not about that. It's about the power. TD Jakes probably fucking some women too on the side. I don't think I mean, obviously with men, it's only one. The minute it's a conscious decision. If you're a power bottom, you made a conscious decision in life.
That shit's wild.
But whatever. Just I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
But and Dion go to that church. Dion was never mind. Don't want y'all fucking me up over Dion. Don't even want y'all fucking me up over Dion. But Dion has prayed over R. Kelly. I'm just telling you, dog. That's who's going down. He's been around a lot of people that have some very nefarious backgrounds. But this dude, Willie Simmons, the one that he got caught on that made the news, the husband came home, he ran out the house, the husband chasing him with the gun. He was in church socks and he was running, things swinging all the way out there. And then, police had to get called and things happened or whatever.
How does this happen multiple times?
I mean, I don't know. Right. So check. Right. He the husband can't come back to the church, right?
I know where you're gonna be every Sunday.
Check. Sunday, he does a preaching. He does a sermon on forgiveness. This is the pimping. He has his wife and the woman and the other woman in the pulpit. When I tell you, man, the pimp is diabolical. It was this chick I know. I would mess with her about it, and she was just like, I don't go there because of his background. I go there because of the gifts.
What gift?
That apparently he was so. So I got my mom and my sister used to get on me because I've been knowing this motherfucker wasn't shit for a long time.
Right.
I just didn't realize who the fuck he was. I didn't realize he was my sister's youth pastor at first. And so they kind of knew each other in this. Matter of fact, Kai, so remember when I had to go to do that fake court TV show thing? So this was after he got caught butt naked in the streets running. He was still preaching at the church. My sister got awarded some kind of thing from him for being a lawyer. And so she calls me. She mad that Kai decides to fuck up her plants and her couch. She basically pulled a Rick James on her couch, but he just took some of the dirt and rubbed it on the couch. Said it was too white. He needed it to be, but why you have a white couch? Whatever. Okay, we went to do the court. I whooped their ass in the courtroom too, by the way. It's on TV. You can see it. I won. I just asked logic. I was like, who would leave a fucking 2-year-old by themselves while they're watching some kind of church service where they're getting honored? So to be honest with you, you asked for it to happen. I said, we're lucky. And she got a balcony. We're lucky that kid wasn't off the balcony. That's the worst that could have happened.
You done switcheroo, darling.
That's the thing. See, that's what, to be honest with you, what really be making people mad is that everybody want to do my job because they think it's easy. But the reality is I could do most of y'all jobs way better than what you did if I applied myself to it. I don't like school. So I don't see spending $250,000 to go get a damn law degree as a very viable effort. If I'm going to spend $250,000, I'm going to invest it and make $4 million. Lawyers are important. She's a good lawyer. Hit her up. Y'all know my sister. Whatever. But Willie, I said that to say is Willie still had a job. He just left the church to go to Bama for something else. I think he took someone with his wife. Him and his wife are still together. He had
no way.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So the dude lost his wife.
Oh, that remember Gino? Remember Gino Hayes that I used to do the stuff with? God rest his dead, my homie Gino. Gino told me a story. Gino almost killed him.
He should.
Because he tried Gino's wife. He did their marriage.
Yo, this man is a menace.
This man is a menace. Straight women's ministry. That's straight what he did. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. That's why I tell people one of the biggest hustles that I know. One day I might do it. I'm gonna be a good one though. We're gonna build the community, but I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna take your money. We're gonna make some businesses. We're gonna do some stuff. But I'm going to be a crooked pastor.
I mean, if you're upfront with it, I don't.
Because that seems what y'all like. All the good ones. Creflo out here telling y'all that. I just saw a couple years ago. They're mad that I'm asking for a private jet. If I got to minister to the people, I'm going to minister in class. And if I need to go, if there's some people, if we find people in space, I'm going to ask God to bless me with the space shuttle because I got to go minister. I said, man, your ass going to fly coach fucking with me. At most, At most, I'll get your ass a buddy pass.
Minister
Like,
to me anywhere.
like-
Stay away from my wife.
Dog, they just listen, man. I'm just telling you, this is why men don't go. When people say why are men dropping from the church? This is why.
Right. It's grooming.
Like, you're not finna just have me. They cater to women, and then they can massage egos and stuff like that. Because really, what it's become is it's a motivational speech. Like, you go to hear motivational speak, guys who are great orators. They come in and they get all of that stuff going, and just hey,
Maybe Deshaun Watson should have been a pastor.
Hey, down. Shit. All right, man, fuck it. We go. That'll segue. We're going to skip all the way to the last segment. We got stuff because that segues us into something.
Okay.
And this is what I want guys to realize, man. Rich dudes. Wait a minute. No, shit. Fuck. We got to talk about that too. Damn it. Go to the one before that.
This
Yeah,
one?
nah. One right before that one. So I was listening to Jermaine Dupri talk about why R&B music sucks. And he's like, we lost people from the church. Because in the church, they grew up singing in the church. And what happened when how R&B came up, it was gospel music. If you don't believe it, go watch the movie Ray. It does a good depiction of how when R&B was starting to come in, that it's soul music. They really thought they were like, it's blasphemous to God, the way that you're singing. So Chris Brown made a good gospel song.
Yeah.
And it was called These Hoes Ain't Loyal.
Oh my God.
That's what would be in my church. In my
church.
church, we would have good hymns. Like all right. Have you remember Genuine in Those Jeans? Now stop. Don't listen to it like think about you're in church on Sunday and you're like we say we do a singles call up. Imagine a mass choir coming up. Pretty good, pretty tight. Tell me, is there any more room for me in those jeans? And then you have a guy saying, Levi's, Prada, baby fat. I love the way you're wearing that. I love those. Like, it's spiritual the way he was singing about them jeans. And that wasn't even the new ass. That was ass in the 2000s when the asses weren't out of control. Like that ass that he was singing about would be flat booty right now compared to the new asses. But going back to Breezy made a song, and you could say rich. Rich doesn't necessarily mean money too. It means affluence. It means access. It means all these new things. When a rich pastor wants you and your dude can't do nothing for you. Oh, these ladies in the church ain't loyal. Now, I say that to say is we're losing recipes with that. And Cam Newton is old enough to remember a time, and he's trying to put. So I say this: Bryce Young has a thought, right? Has a young lady that was pretty, or had a young lady, Myra Gordon. Now she's no longer with him. She went on to a richer dude in the NBA, and before that, she's dated other famous people, Shadur Sanders, as well as Jalen Green. See, when women say stuff,
need to share.
It's complicated. Certain type. She's a specific type of woman that has a specific type of skill set that caters to that specific type of man.
I don't know.
They don't date normal chicks because you know why you don't. So I like regular degulars.
Yep.
I don't need all that. I don't need no 6-inch stilettos. I hate makeup. Fellas, free game by big game. If you wear a bunch of makeup and you get that opportunity, paint a face. You paint the face because
wow. I was not agreeing to the prior.
The reason why you paint the face is because they have to scrub and get that makeup off. And if you do a slumber party, don't do slumber parties. Don't do sleepovers. You pack them a nice bag with $40, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some Doritos, and a Capri Sun. You send them on their way. That helps them get an Uber. They get some nourishment. Like that's a very, at worst, give them a toothbrush, some stuff like that. Just college game. But anyways, these women, like, you want to know what she looks like in real life if you're going to really be with them. Makeup is the devil. I just saw a chick put makeup on her face and make her look like Diddy. It was crazy when she did all of this stuff. Like, I seen a chick with acne. Her hairline was all the way back here. It was a little bit of frizzies. She put on a wig and makeup and she looked fine. That's why you have to do it, because they have to scrub deep. And then what happens is when they come out that bathroom, you look at them, and now you know if you're with the witch from Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Now you know what you got. And she fine in real life. She fine in real life. But girls like this, but again, she can understand how to be with a celebrity, because regular degular chicks don't know how to accept the fact that you are part of the 0.025% of the population.
Okay.
When you're part of 0.25% of the population, you are no longer a shooter. You are a target. So just like she fine, it's a lot of other fine women that want these dudes. But sometimes being an athlete, you don't have no game.
They rarely do it.
Like you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You're just a weirdo with money and a gift that makes people want you. And he's petite. Bryce Young is going through, he crying. You saw the state crying. He's light skinned. He's emotional. He's the same weight as her.
Facts.
Like he can't pick it. I don't know if you can, ladies. He can't eat a large pepperoni pizza by himself. He can't protect you. You ain't got to worry about the bear in the forest. He can't protect you from a bear anyway. The bear killing both of y'all if y'all in the woods. If it's you know, to say if I want to be with a man or a stranger or a bear, they're gonna go to the bear. You don't gotta worry about the man if he can't eat a large pepperoni. That's what you need to do. Put a large pepperoni pizza in front of a strange man. If he eats that, then maybe he's a threat to you. If he can only eat a couple slices, whoop that motherfucker ass. Fuck the bear. But anyways, listen to Cam giving some game.
Panthers quarterback Bryce Young's girlfriend Myra Gordon is now dating NBA star Tyrese Maxey. Gordon previously dated Shedeur Sanders and Jalen Green. All right. So
a couple weeks ago, Peggy, I said team success. One of those things is handle the what ifs.
mm-hmm.
That's injuries, expectations, off the field issues.
Yes, sir.
Don't allow your personal to bleed into your professional.
Yeah.
This is not a tie-dye shirt.
Come on now.
That personal should not bleed and allow it to have so much control that it affects your professional.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Myra, come back here, babe. I got some news for you, sis.
What's up? What you got?
If you see a sucker, then go and get a lick then. Nah, Bryce.
Yeah.
Come here, bro. Nice guys never win.
Yeah.
Now, Maxie, you come here. Be very careful. Because if this doesn't work, all that content now in return turns into ammunition for people to shoot back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Stay woke, King. Okay. Dismissed.
You know it's coming from Big Brother Boog.
I'm trying to tell you. Can't blame the chick. She gonna do what somebody allows her to do. Respectfully.
She got a date.
She's a very attractive. She's a very attractive woman. Of course, a lot of people gonna be shooting their shot.
I mean, don't date whores.
I mean, it's hard. You know, they all act like they're not.
But that one clearly.
But see, okay, so when I tell people about Sierra, right, people say I'm a hater. But when she's doing the same shit that Sierra did before she found her Russell, she bounced around a bunch of people in the entertainment industry. Somebody was, well, how do you know she had sex? Come the fuck on. We grown. Like, you hear about the Diddy parties. You saw the pictures of Aaliyah in the fucking bed with all them motherfuckers. Come on, dog. If we, as women say, if we gonna be anything, let's be for fucking real. You know, it's just, I'm just saying, like, you know, come on. By the way, I don't know how to get this up here. Can y'all see the OG? This warms my heart. I'm glad he went out. Y'all see that young lady?
Yeah.
Right there by him. She said, I'm glad I got to put that pussy on him before he
No way.
All right, Myra Cobb. I'm gonna go follow her now. On Facebook. RIP to the legend John Amos. Remember, I put that pussy on you so good this day you could barely move. And you see this, there was a smile on his face. That's what when I tell y'all, that's what I remember. I want to say his name so bad, but I can't because you know, I want to make sure because kids don't need to know that. I don't need. Well, actually, I would. If my father dies, I hope he gets some good new pussy in front of him. I don't really know his new wife like that. I remember I saw her when I was 17. She seems like a good person, but I know my father. Nothing wrong with that. If he gets good, like he's a terrible man, but every man deserves to go out a good way.
Right. I mean,
But if John Amos has a smile on his face, like he's lived, he's gone through some shit.
How old does she look?
She's young. Listen, she is clearly
can't be mad.
Damn, hold up, man. Wow. Rich Homie Quan, this is how Rich Homie Quan died. An accidental overdose with fentanyl, Xanax, codeine, and promethazine. This man
What
wanted.
are you gonna feel?
This man wanted. This man was going through something.
Like all those drugs, you just nothing. There's nothing.
You're numb. But yeah. So, but I'm saying all that to say is, don't trust these pastors. Don't trust these rich dudes.
Yeah.
Like if she don't want to stay in the house, if she got to be always, she can't sat down somewhere. She always got to be out on the go. I'm just saying, man. Really, but again, another minister of the word that a lot of people don't really like. I actually found out about this guy through Lil James, Miles. A pastor by the name of Big Sean, and he said this, and it was very pointed. Remember, if you want to find bitch, you got to read the fine print.
You know what? That is so succinct.
Just know what you're getting, man. Know what you're getting into. We're losing recipes, man. I saw this video that says there was a lady who showed. I wanted to put this on the show, but it shows the areolas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's not like a full. It's like she's got the crop top that's right there at it. And the dude's quote tweet was real. We used to have to fight wars and slay dragons to get a picture like this. Now it's just on my timeline. So the fellas don't know the game, and the ladies are giving away things that they used to write songs about. Like,
you know what? Agreeable.
They used to write five-part harmony songs. Like it was so sacred that he got his homeboys to sing about it with him. As a background singers. That's why we're not doing it. That's why nobody's trusting anybody. But I'm telling you guys, if you're with me for a guy, if a lady, if you can go get, like Cam said, if you got it and that's how you want to get your bread, that's how you want to get up. See a lick, take it. Fellas, just understand you walk around, you might be if you walk around like a duck, somebody gonna quack you. It just, I don't know, man. That's why this is why I said my sons are not finding their wives. I am going to, if they're going to get married, I am going to find the wives for them. It's going to be a tried and true process. It might be like Diddy's making the band.
Oh my God.
I'm going to send them on matter of fact, the impossible mission I'm going to send?
Cook the cheesecake. Make the cheesecake.
That they can do that, then that works too. I'm going to make them walk the Shingles Chicken Shack and get my son a 4-piece white double fries and a root beer. Where's Shingles? Bitch, figure it out. When we had to go slay dragons and we had to go find the missing princess, nobody gave us maps. All they gave us was a center for perfume, and we had to follow it. And like, that's what I need you to do, man. But then again, like even our games, like just thinking about Mario Brothers, was Princess really getting captured all them times?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I think she just wanted Bowser, dog, and she just wanted you to fight. That was what she got off on. That was her kink.
It's a tough world.
Oh man, they again, everybody sees messaging and everything else except for the things that the actual messaging is in.
That's how I feel.
Oh man. Anyways, but that was wild. I'm telling that story. I can tell that juice. Oh yeah, let's get this. They forgot all about the giveaway. Let's get a giveaway. Push the. Can you put the randomizer up there?
Yeah, you got it. Also, you guys never forget Jamie Foxx and Jerry Jones. I'm gonna keep reminding us until it comes to fruition.
It's wild.
The weirdest thing. I couldn't have wrote a weirder movie.
Why are you? What I would ask is, why are you so comfortable with me?
That's what
to talk with me like that. I don't.
He's a comedian.
I don't mind you. If you're gay, you gay. But that's just not how I swing. I don't. And I don't even think
put
Brandon Lynn in.
B. Lynn.
B Lynn in. This is for a pair of tickets.
Damn, see, these the real fan. Look, look how many names we usually get in that thing. This
Yeah, man, that's terrible.
FSU's
No.
having a bad year. That is sparse.
But we probably only have like a few people on. Everybody watching this shit on Twitter.
Facts.
God damn, Rob. I think I owe Robert $75.
God damn.
I think because he's the one. Yeah, me and him split the college.
Oh, that's right.
And then he won the NFL. All right, Rob, inbox me your email address, champ, and you get the tickets. Actually, throw one more up there just in case Rob stopped listening to the show.
It's the alternate winner.
Yeah, alternate winner. Keep going. Don't you give him credit for joining it. Well, he's a granny. That's fine. All right.
Well, that's
if Rob doesn't go up, B-Land has it, man. Anyways, man, I hope y'all I hope everybody's safe from the hurricane. That is very true, bud. Appreciate that. I hope you're good. Hope everybody's good with the hurricane. Hope the cleanup's going well for you. If you pray, all jokes aside, make sure you shout out to those people, some of those people in North Carolina and in Tennessee and those areas right there. The hurricane ain't fuck them up, but a lot of the other stuff fucked them up. I was just joking, B-Land. But appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. Until Friday, we'll see you guys next time.